my immersion. I feel like I'm usually tiny, aren't I? No. Morning, Captain. Game? Hello? Alright, that's about halfway to... Ow. That's about halfway up. Ow. Fires. It's not that bad. That should do. If it gets loud, we'll turn it down. I'm also gonna hide my cursor, though. Wait, what? Oh, that's my model. I need to do it on game capture. That's better. Okay. Oh, there's no controller support? Really? I mean, that's fine. It's a visual novel, but... fine. Expecting there to be, though. This visual novel? Or horror visual novel? I looked up visual novels because I want to play more Danganronpa games, and it's like, hey, this is pretty good. It's like, alright. And I looked up and it's like, it's fully voice acted. I'm like, you got me. You got me. I'm fucking in. Not voice acted. I do. Auto. How fast is the auto? Pretty fast. Okay. Just easier to do on mouse. Auto delay. Oh, I want that cranked up then. Okay. It looked interesting though. Hope it's voice, because I don't really want to... Okay, I'm gonna... That's way too fast for me to be paying attention to. Wait, it does have... There's controller support. Perfect. I missed it. Who's Amano? Stop paying attention like immediately. She's a year younger than me and acts like some famous pop idol. She's just a dropout like me, working in this dead-end part-time job so her parents don't kick her out of their house. Fucking mood. Let's go. I can relate. Spends her evenings singing underground bars, hanging out with shady talent agents who swear they can promote her to make her the next big pop star. Assuming the highlighted one? There's a highlighted one? They all look gray to me. Oh, you mean the one on the left? She gets taken advantage of from time to time, but never seems to learn her lesson. I don't know if she's just stupid or thinks she's really on the right track to becoming famous. Okay, yeah, you're right. Sachiko is the kind of straight-laced girl you see at every school, studying her ass off to earn her parents' approval. Why is girl highlighted? The type of girl that always has the best grades, but never really has any friends. Kind of girl... It's a guy. that graduates. Then the reality of the world knocks her on her ass, and she realizes she actually has no clue what's going on, just like the rest of us. So she settles for the first crappy job she can find, and then suddenly it's 3 years later and she's still slaving away for some asshole managers just to make ends meet. Instead of being humbled by her station, Sachiko decides to take her anger on everyone around her. I've seen her slap customers out of frustrations. I like this girl. Rumor has it she strangled her boss on one occasion. Apparently he's too afraid to fire her now. I don't blame him. I'm afraid of her too. I like this girl. And then there's Kurosawa. I could write an entire blog on all the things I hate about her. She's pretty, but she's aware of it. She seems to have a new sugar daddy every few weeks. Some poor old fool that she strings along and milks dry. She must be nearing 30, but all her friends are still in senior high school. A little more than weird. They hang out around the train station, bullying homeless people and shoplifting in the convenience store. I'm pretty certain she's done. Pretty certain that she's done time once or twice. Gets choked in reverse. Kurosawa is just an all-around terrible person. She makes Amano and Sachiko look like saints in comparison. Honestly, I couldn't ask for a worse group of coworkers. Finally, there's me. Emi Katsuno, university dropout, part-time cashier, and up to my ears in debt. I live in a small apartment in a bad neighborhood just to keep my head above water. My apartment building's filled with deadbeats, loan sharks, junkies, perverts, you name it. By some miracle, I managed to snatch up the best apartment in the worst building. Although the place is nice, the rent is questionably low. I'm fully expecting my landlord to wander in one day and demand more money, or murder me. I'm constantly worried about money, worried about my safety, worried about what the hell I'm supposed to be doing with my life. Relatable? If that wasn't bad enough, I have to work 4 days of the week with the three worst girls I've ever met in my life. Today's no different from any other day. Mono greets me at the door, her disgustingly puffy and pouty lips pulled back in a half snarl, half smile. I can smell the sickly sweet scent of too much lip gloss from 10 feet away.
Oh, hi, Emmy.
Oh,
You're
let's
late
go.
again,
It is
you
voice
know.
acted. Now I can auto, right? Log? Bitch.
Yeah, sorry. Just let me pass.
Oh no, we're
I'll
attractive.
go clock in.
Whatever. Kurosawa wants to see you. Can you, like, just go see her?
Fine.
Fine, whatever. Jesus Christ. Mono walks off and I look around for Kurosawa. Oh my god, the auto is so fast. The stale scent of cigarette smoke eventually overwhelms the lingering scent of lip gloss in the air and leads me to her location.
You wanted me?
Mommy?
Katsuno, I need you to process a big refund. Don't mess it up, okay? It's for a regular customer.
Oh, let me put this up.
Okay, I can do.
There's a bunch.
Fine, I'll take care of it.
Son of a bitch. Why is the scroll wheel press text? That's not what I want. Eee.
Thanks. I'm going for a smoke break.
Alright, Kurosawa, have fun. I decided to clock in before processing the refund. I won't be paid for this shift if the company doesn't know I came to work. I go behind the counter and retrieve the sign-in booklet. I flip to today's date and fill in my details. Done and done. The shirts that Kurosawa mentioned are lying haphazardly on the counter. Pick them up and scan each one. They're not cheap. First one rings up at 11,000 yen, and the next is 13,000. 130 bucks for a shirt? There are 6 shirts all lined up, each one a little bit more expensive than the last. They don't look worn, and the tags are intact. I'm supposed to ask for a receipt or proof of purchase before making a refund, but the customer's obviously not here. Besides, the request came directly from Kurosawa, my superior. Can't exactly refuse. The refund goes through the system successfully, and the cash drawer opens up. Scan out the correct amount of money in 10,000 yen bills, and pop an elastic band around the cash and put it in the envelope. I also print a copy of the refund receipt and slip it in the cash. I'm done. This all sounds super familiar, and I hate it. I slide the envelope back onto the register and lean against the counter surveying the store. Still, there aren't any customers around. It's still early in the morning after all, and we don't usually get much business till around lunchtime. I hover around the cash register for a while, biting my nails and staring at the clock to pass time. Eventually, I need to finish the shipment. Kurosawa returns from her smoke break. Half an hour must have passed by now. Who does she think she is?
Finish that refund?
Finish being a bitch.
Yeah, I did it just like you said.
Okay.
He rummages around underneath the cash register and pulls out the envelope stuffed full of cash bill. You flick. It's so fast, I can't leave it on auto because it's just too quick for me. Fingers flick through it quickly, counting each note and nods to satisfied.
Good work, Katsuno. I'll pass this on to the customer next time they come in.
No problem.
Anyway, I'll take over the cash register for a while. You want to go tidy up stock?
Yeah, okay.
Not too bothered if Kurosawa wants to take over my register duties. It's boring standing around. I'd much rather be doing nothing. I'm doing something than nothing. Oof. Oof. I head toward the rack of untidy jackets. Sachiko bumps into me.
Sorry, I didn't see you there.
All these girls sound super cute, and I hate it. Sorry, did she actually just apologize to someone? Sachiko the customer abuser?
That's fine. You okay?
I haven't been sleeping real well. I'm just tired, that's all.
Well, get some rest, I guess.
I guess, or whatever. Person abuser. They all sound horrible. Yeah, they do. It's hilarious. I love it.
Look, while I've got you here, I know I haven't really been easy to get along with lately. I've got my own personal issues, but that's no reason
Sachiko
to
seems
stay out
kinda
with you
nice.
and the other girls.
Can't believe what I'm hearing here. Sachiko had a change of heart?
So I'm resigning as of today. I don't deserve this job. I wanted to apologize and make sure there's no bad blood between us.
Sachiko. I don't know what to say. I never expected this from you.
Yeah.
If you're resigning, do you have another job lined up?
No, not yet, but I need to work on myself first. I have a lot to think about.
Well, I mean, as long as you're sure about this.
I'm gonna turn the music down just a smidgen. I feel like the music's starting to overpower everything else.
I am.
In that case, then thank you for apologizing. I forgive you.
Thank you, Emmy. Well, until next time then.
So Sachiko's dead.
Yeah. Until next time.
Sachiko takes her leave. I'm still a bit taken back by her sudden change of personality. Did I misjudge her from the start? No, that can't be it. There's a history of abusing customers and coworkers. No way I imagined all that. Regardless, I'm actually kind of glad she's trying to get a grip on her life. Hope everything works out for her. If she's resigning today, then I suppose the only two terrible coworkers left are Amano and Kurosawa. I glance at Amano, who's standing by the door, waiting to greet customers. She always has a vacant expression on her face. Oh, she has a vacant expression on her face, like always. Then I look towards the register where Kurosawa should have been standing. Not there. Did she offer to take over the register duties for me? Where the hell did she disappear to? I wander behind the counter. The register doesn't look like it's been touched. Out of curiosity, I slide my hand around under the register. And the cash stuffed envelope is gone. No sign of it. The receipt from the refund is lying on the floor. I bend down and pick it up. Standard refund receipt, starting at the value of the transaction. My name has been signed on the bottom since I was the one who processed it. The refund money is gone, and so is Kurosawa. She? No, she couldn't have. Surely she wouldn't run off with the money. No one would be stupid enough to risk their job over that, would they?
Ah, there's Katsuno. You should go ask her about it.
Huh? Kurosawa's still here? She seemed to pop up from nowhere.
Katsuno, a word, if you please.
Hirotora, manager of the store. He normally spends his time in the office out back. It's kind of unusual to see him here. What could he want with me?
Kurosawa was tending to the register when she noticed the system flagged a large refund as suspicious. Do you know anything about it?
Well, yeah, I processed a big refund this morning.
Is that so? Do you have the receipt?
Here.
Hand him the transaction receipt that's still between my fingers. He looks it over once, then twice. His eyebrows furrowing.
This is quite a large refund. No wonder the system flagged it. Did you get approval from Kurosawa before processing this?
Kurosawa was the one who asked me to process it, sir. I never even spoke to the customer that it was intended for.
That's not true, Hirota. I don't know anything about this refund.
Fucking bitch.
Wait, what?
Where is the refunded money now?
Well, I put it in an envelope underneath the register, but...
There's no money here, sir. She's lying to you.
Interesting. No money to be found. And Katsuno, you're the one who signed off on the refund. That makes you responsible.
Yeah, I did sign it, but...
You're going to have to tell the truth, Katsuno. Did you take the money? Don't make me get the police involved.
Couldn't he literally just, like, search us?
Wait, hang on. Do you think I stole it? Kurosawa asked me to process the refund and leave the cash in an envelope.
Nonsense. That's simply irresponsible. It's not safe to leave cash out of the register.
Fucking bitch.
But
Feel my stomach beginning to sink. What exactly is happening here?
Confess at once, Katsuno.
I didn't steal the damn money! If anyone stole it, it was that bitch Kurosawa!
Enough! We're not going to stand here and argue about this like bickering school children. Sachiko!
Like a serpent slithering out of the shadows, Sachiko slides beside
Yeah,
Hirotawa.
Sirota?
Hirota, got it.
Did you witness Katsuno take an envelope of cash from the register?
Oh, yes, sir. Just this morning. She acted like she was processing a refund, then pocketed the cash.
Fucking
I meant to bring it to your
bitch.
attention sooner, but
Sachiko, that bitch. She hasn't changed at all. She just sold me out. Managed to catch a glimpse of Kurosawa smirking at Sachiko. They nod in unison and giggle. Are they in this together? Are they throwing me under the bus just so they can steal some cash? Can't believe it. I'm so fucking angry.
There you have it. A witness to your crime. Kurosawa, if you would kindly call the police.
Yes, sir.
Wait just a minute!
I scream louder than intended, but my blood is boiling and I can barely control myself.
I didn't steal any money. Why don't you check the security cameras, huh? You'll see that I'm innocent.
Oh, you know those cameras haven't worked in months, right? I suppose nowadays they're mostly just for show. Of course, if Hirota really wants me to, I could go double check it just to be sure.
Carry these girls to
Though
die.
I think that would just be a waste of time.
Thank you, but that won't be necessary, Kurosawa.
Kurosawa's eyes narrow as she glances at me wickedly.
Amano, please show everybody what you found.
You got it, boss.
I didn't even realize Amano was part of this discussion. She's leering at me disgustingly and slapping an envelope against her open palm.
Found this wad of cash in Katsuno's locker out back.
I can feel the blood drain from my face. I haven't been out back today. Are they all doing this against me? Did they plant evidence to get me in trouble?
You're lying! I haven't even had time to go out back today!
I mean, what do you want me to say?
I mean,
You think the cash just appeared out of nowhere?
It would seem all the evidence is against you, Katsuno. Since we located the money, I won't have you arrested. But you will not step foot in this store ever again. Do I make myself clear? You're fired, and I will make sure you never work in any of our stores again.
I'm speechless. I can't even process my thoughts. The quiet giggling and snickering of Kurosawa, Sachiko, and Amano buzzes in my ears until my skull feels like it's going to burst. Hirota grabs my shoulder and tries to lead me outside, but I jerk away and stumble backward. My back slams into the glass window in front of the store. Thankfully, the glass doesn't shatter, but I can immediately feel a bruise forming. Push myself forward, regain my balance, and duck towards the sliding door.
See you around, Emmy. Oh well, I guess not, hey?
This feels like the start of Mean Girls. I blink tears in my eyes as I dash to the store's front door. My anger and fear and anxiety get the better of me. It's been a good 5 or 10 minutes before I realize that I've been running aimlessly through the shopping mall. I reach my hand to my eyes to wipe away the moisture and take a deep breath. I look around to try to get my bearings. The escalators. At least I know where I am. I need to sit down and compose myself. If I don't, I might be tempted to return to the store and start punching those 3 absolute assholes. With my head down, I blindly charge towards a small sitting area.
Watch out!
I'd head first with someone in front of me. Without thinking, I scream out in anger.
Watch where you're going!
Sorry.
She's cute? Wait, this girl. I know her from somewhere.
Katsuno? Is that you?
She's cute? Walk in and start blasting.
Huh? I know you. Have we met?
Yes, of course. We graduated from senior high school together. Remember?
Did we?
Senior high school was more than a year ago. Fucking year ago. Feels like a different lifetime. How did she expect me to remember that?
Maybe. Yeah, you're Sato, right? Aoi Sato?
That's me. You do remember.
Well, kinda. Sorry. I've had a crappy day. I just got fired, so I'm not thinking straight.
You got fired. I'm really sorry. You bumped into me pretty hard. Are you hurt?
I'm fine.
always rubbing her arm tenderly. I fear it must have injured her, but I'm not in the mood to stand here and apologize to some old acquaintance.
I have to go. Excuse me.
Oh, okay.
Push past Aoi. Unexpectedly, the shy and spineless girl grabs my arm and stops her from leaving. Grip is surprisingly strong.
Katsuno, you said that you just got fired. Is that true?
Wait, yeah, I'm pissed off about it.
Tell me what happened.
Why are you so interested?
I just thought maybe I could help is all.
And she's sweet? Alright.
Whatever. You can't help. Some bitch set me up. She stole a bunch of money and made me take the fall.
I see.
Are we done here? Can I leave now?
Sorry for keeping you.
Yeah, okay.
Once again, I turn to leave, but Aoi's next message managed to catch my interest.
You know, if someone got you fired, there is a way you could get revenge.
Revenge? What's this girl on about? Do you have some way for me to get back at Kurosawa? What am I thinking? I can't even step foot back in the store. The chance to get any kind of justice just doesn't exist. Because apparently she lives in the store?
Revenge? What the hell are you talking about?
Never mind. I shouldn't have said anything.
Hell no. You're not going cold on me now. Tell me what you meant.
Revenge!
Oh, okay. But let's talk quietly. There may be a way for you to get back at whoever got you fired. Have you heard the rumors of Corpse Girl's website?
Corpse Girl? Who is that? Sounds like some death metal band.
Man, I would listen to Corpse Girl, dude. Aoi ignores my comment and continues on with her speech.
They say that if you visit Corpse Girl's website, you can request a death.
Her voice is extremely familiar.
Hang on, start over. I'm completely lost.
Hold on, I need to look this up. That's gonna bother me. What have you been in? Why do you sound familiar? Oh shit, she's actually a big actress. Well, like, big voice actress. Demon Slayer, Blue Reflection, Deadly Sins? What do I know you in though? She plays Hu Tao in Genshin. She voices Rem in, whatchamacallit? Carol on Tuesday, she plays Tuesday. She's, like, in a lot of big stuff. Promise Neverland. God Eater. I'm surprised. She plays Wiz in Konosuba? That's cute. Sleeping Beauty. I think that's where I know her from is Mary Skelter, Sleeping Beauty. Berserk. ReZero. Holy shit, she's in a lot of stuff. Aoi frowns with a look of annoyance on her face.
Say somebody wrongs you, and you want to get revenge on them.
Go on.
Rumors state that you can visit Corpse Girl's website and fill out a form in order to request a specific person's death.
This Corpse Girl. Is she, like, a hitman or something?
No one knows the truth. All I know is that her victims always receive a photo of their own corpse before they die.
Cool.
How is that possible?
I don't know. I've been wanting to use the website for some time. There's somebody that I'd be happier without. But I'm not brave enough to go through with it.
$5 says it's us. $5 says she wants to use it on us.
Still, I want to know if the rumors are true. If you use the website, you could tell me if it works or not.
This whole thing sounds sketchy. Risky. Are the police gonna come get me if I go on this website?
I've got no idea.
Well, thanks, I guess.
Aoi doesn't make a further attempt to stop me when I turn on my heel and walk away. I don't know what to make of her suggestion. Can a website such like that? Such a website even exist? The ability to request death just sounds so unbelievable. Yet, I find myself unable to get the possibilities out of my mind as I make my way towards the train station. Corpse Girl, website tailored for revenge. I could daub in Kurosawa, Sachiko, and Amano. If I could remain anonymous, then no matter what happens, whatever fate befalls those girls, it couldn't be traced back to me. It's hard to wonder if ordering their deaths of a few girls is simply because they got fired is a little extreme. Though they're not exactly saints. They're closer to human garbage more than anything else. They've always been hostile towards me. I'd probably be doing the world a favor if I had them all killed. They screwed me over without a second thought. Who knows what they might do to their next unsuspecting victim. Yeah, killing all three of them is the right thing to do. Removing them from the planet will prevent them from hurting anyone else. My heart begins to race. Let's fucking do it. We're back to the apartment's boring. The train carriage is nearly empty save for a few junior high school boys and a couple of women in business attire. I have a few seats all to myself, so I sprawl out and check my phone for messages. Death Note me and girl style, pretty much. When I feel confident no one in the carriage is watching me, I decided to search for Corpse Girl's website on my phone. I don't exactly know how easy it'll be to find. Maybe I should have asked Aoi for the address. Well, a quick search shouldn't be too hard. I begin to type. Corpse Girl website. A few results pop up on my screen, but none of them seem relevant. There are links to funeral services and anime fan sites, but nothing really matches what I'm looking for. This is a bad idea. I should probably delete my search history.
Maybe just one more search. Corpse Girl. Request. Death.
Phone seems to lag for a few seconds as the search is submitted. Then, a fresh list of links appears. The top result catches my eye immediately.
Corpse Girl, revenge at your fingertips.
This must be it. I click the wink. I click the link, and the website loads immediately. Cute. The website is simple. There's a freaky little dancing girl at the top of the screen who looks happy to belong to such a website. The whole site's very basic. A small blurb of text offers instructions.
Request a death. Fill out your victim's information and upload a photo of them. Your victim will receive a photo of their own corpse shortly before they die. Watch out. Don't be an idiot and enter your own information, or you will be cursed. What the hell? Is this site actually for real?
Hard to wonder if I should go through with this. There's very little useful information on the site. I mean, it does say request a death, but come on, is someone actually gonna go in there and kill the person I choose? How on earth can someone receive a photo of their own corpse just for they're actually dead? It just doesn't make sense. My heart suddenly skips a beat when I nearly drop my phone when it buzzes at me.
Thank God. It's just a text message.
Unknown number. That's never a good thing. Wait a minute, there's a photo attachment. Who could be sending me a photo from an unknown number? Curiosity gets the better of me and I open the message. That fucking bitch. Kurosawa, you fucking bitch. I knew it. She set me up, and Amano and Sachiko were in on it too. Made me process a fake refund to get the cash out of my register. The mining would appear on the transaction. And all for what? A bit of cash I had to split 3 ways?
Kurosawa, I'll kill you! I'll kill you!
A few of the junior high boys nearby look at me with worried expressions, but I don't really give a damn. I'm angry. I'm furious. Kurosawa is going to pay. I close Kurosawa's message and return to the Corpse Girl website. It's clear what has to be done. I'm going to request Kurosawa's death. Read the website's instructions one more time just to make sure I haven't missed anything important.
Enter the victim's phone number. Upload a photo of the victim.
Alright, Jeremy. Can't believe it. Kurosawa just signed her own death sentence. She sent me a photo of herself and her phone number was included with the message. Fill in the phone number and upload the photo, my hand's trembling the whole time. My thumb hovers over the submit button. I feel a chill down my spine. My face turns pale and I immediately feel cold and clammy. Is Kurosawa really going to die if I use this website? Or is this just a sick hoax? I run the possibilities through my head. First possibility, nothing happens and Kurosawa's none the wiser. Second possibility, Kurosawa gets pranked by whoever's running this website. Maybe the administrator gets a kick from tormenting people. Kurosawa might receive some spam or text or something like that. Third possibility is Kurosawa dies, gets murdered, or some elaborate schemes concocted to make her die accidentally. My lips curl into a frenzied smile. I like the third possibility the most. I slam my thumb down and smash the submit button. Prepare for the end, Kurosawa. When I get home, I can barely contain my nervousness. I'm shaking as I open the door to my apartment. By the time I walk through the door, the sun has just started to set beyond the backdrop of the city. Even though it's not dark yet, I'm feeling physically and mentally drained. The drama at work this morning, the taunting laugh of Kurosawa, I feel exhausted. I want to crawl into bed and sleep. Despite my dipping energy levels, I can't extinguish the burning question flickering within my mind like a candle flame. How will I know when, or if, Kurosawa is dead? Will Corpse Girl's website notify me? Of course not. I didn't give any of my personal information on the site. The entire thing was anonymous. It's not like I can visit the store tomorrow and see if she comes into work. I'll be kicked out as soon as I show my face. So, what do I do?
That's it.
Her glee for murder is also unsettling? What? No way. I whip up my phone in my purse and open Noise, a social network app that all my coworkers are connected to. Kurosawa, Sachiko, Amano, they're all in this group chat labeled Work Life. We used to chat and swap shifts with each other and complain about the boss. Just as I was hoping, I haven't been kicked out from the group yet. Swipe through the list of chat members and tap on Kurosawa's profile. It's online, 1 hour ago. Perfect. If I use this app, I can keep an eye on when Kurosawa's active. She only has to be using her phone for Noise to detect that she's online. She doesn't necessarily have to be using the Noise itself. The best way I can think of to monitor if she's still alive or not. Will do for now, at least. Why Kurosawa sent me that photo of herself via regular text message instead of through Noise? Maybe she thought she could get busted if someone got her into her Noise profile? Who knows what that girl was thinking? Regardless, I'm thankful she made such a stupid mistake. I wouldn't have obtained her phone number if she hadn't decided to message me through Noise instead. After all, Noise is strictly an online service. No need for phone numbers. Come to think of it, where did she get my phone number from? Well, no matter. It worked out in the end. I slumped down in front of the couch and turned the TV on and keep my phone firmly gripped in one hand, my knuckles whitening. It's hard to bite my fingernails on the other hand out of anxiety. Attempted to distract myself, I switched the TV on and streamed some stupid reality shows. The distraction hardly works, and I find myself instinctively glancing at my phone every couple of minutes, waiting for any kind of update on Kurosawa's online status. The evening passes slowly. Sunlight streams through the open curtains and I startle. Did I fall asleep on the couch? I wipe my mouth with my sleeve, sending off a trickle of drool from my chin. Phone's still in one hand. I quickly check it. I tap the fingerprint-smeared screen, but it's not responding. The battery died. Must have fallen asleep and left the screen on all night. One sec. I race towards my charger and plug it in, anxiously waiting for just enough energy to turn the screen back on. For what seems like an eternity, my phone comes back to life. Man, if I plug my phone in, it charges to like 10% in like 2 seconds. Like, supercharge is insane. I catch a glimpse of the clock as I swipe away the lock screen. 6:34 a.m. I open up Noise as quickly as I can and flip to Kurosawa's profile. It's gone. Profile's private. You are not connected to this person.
Damn it, she blocked me!
I frantically navigate to the group chat, only to find out that I've been kicked out.
Damn it, damn it!
I do now. Got no way of knowing whether Kurosawa is still alive. Slam my phone down in frustration and vibrates in realization.
Huh?
Retaliation.
Another text message.
That's what I was thinking too. Like, she sent you fucking proof. Just go to the fucking boss and be like, hey. I blink a couple of times. Who would be texting me at this hour? Maybe Kurosawa again, trying to rub my face in her victory. Well, if that's the case, at least I know she's still alive. I hesitantly pick up my phone and open the message. There's no text. The photo attachment. It's us?
What the hell is this?
I nearly dropped my phone in terror. A photo of a dead body, twisted and crumpled like it's fallen from a great height. Splatter of blood is fleckled across the grass. It's hard to make out the details of this person. Dirty blonde hair, familiar clothes, smudged makeup. This dead body. Is it supposed to be me? No mistaking it. Without a doubt, this is a picture of my own corpse. Shriek again, unable to process what I'm seeing. Been so entranced by the battered corpse that it takes me a moment to notice the timestamp in the corner of the photo. Today's date, but something's off. Time says it's 7:28 a.m. About an hour from now. I shiver involuntarily and feel a sickening sensation of bile rising in my throat.
This photo. Is this a prediction of my death? Am I going to die within the hour?
And the truth hits me harder than my face hit the ground in this grisly photo. When you request a death on the Corpse Girls website, your victim receives a photo of their own corpse before they die. Or they die. Can't look at it anymore. I throw my phone to the side and curl up on the floor. Corpse Girl sent me this? And how? How did someone get a photo of my corpse? A photo that's seemingly from the future. Get a blanket and wrap up? It's impossible. It has to be a hoax, some trick, some psycho tormenting me.
That's all it is. Someone is messing with me. Probably Kurosawa.
I get up off the floor and stumble around. I'm kind of lightheaded and unbalanced. My stomach feels queasy, ready to launch its contents through my throat at any second. I blindly reach around for my phone and finally grasp it with my near-frozen fingers. The phone number that sent me the photo. It's an unknown number, but the digits don't match the number that Kurosawa texted me from yesterday. So it's unlikely this came from her. Bizarrely, the phone number is kind of weird. There are more digits than should be possible. I try to count them, but I stumble 3 times to conclusion. Eventually, I conclude the number has 18 digits. Way too many. In addition, the phone number seems to repeat digits a lot. 666336622. Doesn't that add up? No. Seems too strange to be real. Is it a fake phone number? Something interesting catches my attention though. Even though the caller ID doesn't recognize the number, it has data on the origin of the number. Tokyo, Japan, my very own city. Perhaps the sender of the photo can mask their number, but can't hide their location. This gives me an idea. I decide to get to the bottom of the situation, despite my head throbbing, my stomach pleading to be emptied. I punch the phone number into the search engine along with the keyword Tokyo. One result. The link points to a popular discussion board, Noise Channel. An anonymous board where users can talk about almost anything. And no big surprise, it's owned and operated by the very same company that behind the Noise app I use on my phone. Tap the link and get taken to a discussion topic from less than a week ago. I read quickly through it. Hey, so today I got a strange gore photo from a number I don't have in my contacts. Not sure what the deal is, but it's gross though. Wonder if any hackers can trace the account number or something. Seems like it's in the Tokyo area. I'm in Osaka. Hey, thanks in advance. Topic only has one reply. You got this too? Was it a gore photo of yourself? I'm worried. I received a similar picture from the same number. Thinking about contacting the police. Not sure if I'm overreacting. That's it. The end of the discussion. Neither poster followed up with the conversation.
Damn it. That's all?
The music reminds me a lot of Doki Doki. I'm also going to do something really quick because my mouse tracking is like way off. Suck. I need to rehotkey this. None of those photos were extreme as the one I received. What happened to those two posters? Why didn't they continue the discussion? I feel myself beginning to sweat. My body's going from cold to hot to back again. Several times try that again. My body is going from cold to hot and back again several times a minute. Feels like I have a fever, but I know I'm just stressing. I know it's just stress tearing me up. Ooh, I checked the time. 6:59 a.m. Half an hour until the time printed on the photo. Take a deep breath and the doorbell buzzes. Freeze in place, unsure whether I should answer the door. In this sketchy apartment building, it's risky to answer the door on any given day. Or even taking into consideration that some psycho just texted me a photo of my own corpse. Tiptoe towards the door on stiff legs and gaze to the people. There's no one there. You mean few? That's worse. Breathe a sigh of relief. Maybe I'm just on edge and the doorbell echoed from someone else's apartment. Besides, I don't know anyone who would visit me unannounced, especially this early in the morning. Slump to the floor, my back sliding down the door as I come to rest on the carpet. My legs sprayed out haphazardly in front of me. I had enough fear for one day. I had to just believe this whole thing's a hoax. It's probably karma for trying to get revenge on Kurosawa. Yeah, that's it. Karma. Doorbell rings again and I scream in shock, my head sunk back against the door I was resting against. I jump to my feet and ignore the people. This time I simply swing the door wide open. We're dead? GG? A gust of chilly morning air sweeps into my apartment, and I shut my eyes tightly against the sudden cold. Messy hair tangles in the wind and obscures my vision when I open my eyes. Quickly, I sweep the hair out of my face and look around. There's no one there, except metal trolleys blocking the walkway in front of my door. Dark white bag, with the size of a human body, rests atop the trolley. My heart begins to race as I immediately recognize what this is. On TV, they always show these trolleys used in morgues to carry dead bodies around. Dead bodies. Mama that's been trying to escape my body all morning finally finds a way out of my mouth. I retch and heave in the doorway until nothing's left inside my belly except the stinging stomach acid that threatens to burn through my fleshy container. The stench wafting from the trolley is overwhelming. Pinching my nostrils close as little more than trap the horrific odor inside my own skull. I gag and sputter involuntarily. Hand reaches forward as though controlled by something other than myself. I can't pull it back. I can't prevent my fingers from grasping the zipper bag attached to the front of the bag. I unzip the bag. And there I am, wretched corpse exposed to the day's first rays of sunlight. Stand under the doorway as I lay atop the trolley, simultaneously alive and dead, more dead than alive in both bodies. The bruise on my face is horrific. I stretch a finger out to my own lips, my living lips. Based on the outline of the bruise I see before me. There's no pain where the bruise should be, and I breathe a sigh of relief. For why would there be any pain if I'm already dead? To feel pain would be absurd, and then I would really have to start worrying. Wonder how I died. Did I fall from a great height? Did someone hit me with a car? Did I collapse in front of some internal reason, perhaps an organ failure or some undiagnosed sickness? Maybe I didn't die and the corpse in front of me is alive, living and breathing as I do while standing in front of myself. Maybe this is just a prank I pulled on myself. Dying just as a joke but never really dying. Always living until the point I actually die is no longer a prank. What? Fuck, my brain? My head is splitting. I can't think straight. All the thoughts in my mind are jumbled. The meaning behind unspoken words disappearing behind foggy clouds inside my shattered skull. Clear my head. I step around my corpse and stand behind the walkway railing. I'm on the 4th floor of the apartment building. There are 2 floors above me, so I can get higher if I wish. I'm pretty sure to leap from here would be enough to render my living body identical to that of the corpse in the trolley. At this point in time, there only exists 2 versions of Emi Katsuno. One is living and is me. The other is dead, but also me. I can now choose to be alive or dead and dead. But I cannot choose to be alive and alive. So even if I choose to be alive and dead, I'd only still be half alive. Holy fuck. My brain? But choosing dead and dead is nice and clean. Absolute. indisputable solid state of existence. I grip the cool steel hand railing and lean over the walkway, my hair whipping against my face thanks to the relentless wind. 4 stories below me is a small courtyard, paved with concrete and decorated with the occasional shrub of flower bed. Missed the concrete by about 2 feet. Dirt sprays up into the air as my nose is crushed under my own body weight. Think about the photo Kurosawa sent me with her smug smile and her hands full of money. My teeth grind into my tongue and sever it, but it doesn't manage to escape my closed mouth. Gross. My mind wanders and settles on Corpse Girl's website. What was that all about, anyway? As far as I know, nothing happened when I submitted Kurosawa's details. Maybe Kurosawa found the website as well and submitted my details first. I guess Corpse Girl got me. Well played, Kurosawa. I think I can taste blood in my mouth, but it might just be a memory from some other point in my life. The blinking light from nearby parked car kind of irritates me. Then my vision turns blue or black, and my only concern is how I'll never truly know what. We did. Monster's not the best drink to keep my throat wet. Noriko Kurosawa. 3 weeks earlier. I've always liked the shape of my eyes. They can be critical about other parts of my body, but I'll never complain about my eyes. With or without makeup, I think they look great. My mother used to tell me I inherited her eyes. My big sister inherited father's eyes. To be honest, I don't see any of father's features in myself or my sister. But I do agree that my eyes are exact replicas of my mother's. Mother doesn't see too well anymore. It might be something I have to also worry about in the future. But for now, my eyes are perfect. I couldn't be happier with them. I wear eyeshadow and eyeliner to bring out my best features. Some people tell me I use too much makeup and that I tend to overdo it, but do it and make myself look intimidating. Well, I don't really care. Mostly like the way that I look, and honestly, how many people can claim the same? Today's morning ritual is the same as any other workday. I'm a slave to the wage, and not proud of it. Slave to the wage. Call me a corporate sellout, but I can't survive without money. My alarm goes off at 6 a.m., the shower's running by 5 after, and I'm dressed by quarter after. Get breakfast because I'm watching my finger. I'm watching my finger! I'm watching my figure and spend until 6:30 working on my makeup. I'm out of my cramped shoebox apartment by 1:45. Sometimes I catch my neighbor returning home from his overnight shift, and if so, I exchange some pleasantries with him and continue along my way. Thanks for the lurk, friend. Today there's no sign of my neighbor, so I don't slow down and descend the stairs and exit the building. Hitting the convenience store for a can of coffee saps another few minutes from each day. I prefer sweet milk coffees, but every now and then I'm in the mood for a rich black coffee. Regardless, I never start the day without it. I don't always need the energy boost, but it helps stop my stomach growling. It's a milk coffee kind of day, so I pay for my favorite brand and get out of the store in no time. Canned coffee dives into my handbag as I continue along my way. The train station's always busy in the morning, and it's usually a struggle to navigate my way to the correct platform. Time for the 7:12 a.m. train. Today's no different. However, I always make it in time because my routine has been perfected over the last few months. Board the train bound for Shinjuku. A cursory glance reveals there's no empty seats, so I push through the throng of bodies and stand along the carriage wall. Whenever there are seats available, I like to sit and read, but it's much more common to have to stand and stare at my phone screen like almost everyone else. And I do read. I read the classics. Stoker, Lovecraft, Poe, horror, Western horror. That's my favorite genre. And of course, faithful translations into Japanese are as good as it gets. My English isn't nearly good enough to read these novels in their original language. If I'm getting stuck staring at my phone screen, I like to stalk people online. Acquaintances or the few friends I have that lead such boring lives. I do this too. They post the most mundane topics all day, every day, acting like they'll shrivel up and die unless they get the attention they seek. I find their dull, tedious lies simply fascinating. From behind the safety of a glass veil, I can fulfill my voyeuristic fetishes and consume as much pointless information as I desire. Knowing every mundane tidbit about people's daily lives turns me on. I can relate to this, dude. This morning's the same as any other. I said it right, sweet. Stared down at my phone held in a frail hand. Fingers move on their own accord, scrolling and tapping against the backlit display. Pausing, pondering, pouncing on any photo, any picture my pupils haven't yet consumed. Standing in the train carriage, packed to the gills of people, I can't help but feel my face getting flushed and my steamy breath escape my lips. I digest photo after photo, memorizing the comings and goings of every single person on my noise activity feed. I catch my... Oh, this like actually turns her on. Okay, never mind. We're not the same then. I catch my breath getting heavier and my gas becoming short and sharp. Ray went to the dentist yesterday for a root canal. Izuna shared some photos of her international vacation. Kawahara objects to owning pets and thinks all animals should be free. My cheeks glow, my chest rises and falls quickly. I clutch the collar of my shirt, knuckles whitening, knees shaking. Okay, this like legitimately turns her on. A few people in the carriage start to move away from me, but I barely notice them. My fingers keep scrolling and I hit the jackpot. New post from my coworker at my office. Tomoe Watanabe. She's a gal girl with a type of heavy fake tan, bleached blonde hair, and questionable clothes. I hate her, but I love her posts. This morning update reads, "Oh baby, post casserole." Momo, 53 minutes ago. Just discovered this Corpse Girl website. Such a big bull. Wanting to meet a bitch to try it on. Moe just discovered the Corpse Girl website, huh? I feel a slight squeal trying to escape from my throat as legs threaten to buckle underneath me. Can't take the excitement anymore and I have to force my phone back. I have to force my phone from my hands and bury it into the bottom of the handbag. Deep breaths, Noriko, deep breaths. I need to calm down and get control of myself. Composure is key. Close my eyes and let a cool breath of air whistle through my slightly parted lips. Feeling a little calmer and no longer ready to explode, I analyze the information I just read. Like, that does it for someone? Maybe wants to try the Corpse Girl website. That's good. That's very, very good. Rumor has it you can visit the website and just request the death of someone you know. How, and if, the victim dies isn't known to the public. Because of that, some people are pretty quick to dismiss the site as a hoax. Oh, nice. However, the most interesting part isn't how or if the victim dies, but rather what happens to the victim before they die. Supposedly, the victim will receive a photo of their own corpse. How this photo exists before the victim's life is snuffed out isn't public knowledge. The thought of this phenomenon occurring is utterly intriguing. Nevertheless, this site has been gaining popularity lately, and at least in certain corners of the internet. Message boards like Noise Channel and other similar sites have picked up on the rumors and like to exaggerate the website's authenticity. I'm reading too fast for my brain to keep up. Or my brain's reading too fast for my mouth to keep up. The fact that someone like Tomoe, a rather dense, dim-witted individual, has discovered the website means that it's actually more well known than I previously thought. It means that people are actually talking about it outside of the internet. Chances are good that Tomoe will try it out and request the death of someone in the office, a coworker. Me, perhaps. He hates my guts as much as I hate hers. Finally, something exciting is going to happen in our dull workplace.
The next station is Shinjuku. The doors
Finally,
on the
someone's
right
gonna get
side will
murdered.
open. Please change here for the Chuo line, the Shonan Shinjuku line, the Saikyo line.
As the automated message announcement reads the list connecting train lines, I get ready to disembark. The train pulls to a stop and I contort my body around the other passengers and attempt to escape the train. Finally free of the tangled mass of flesh, I hasten my pace and navigate through the labyrinthine station. Take the exit closest to my office and settle into a slower walk. I'm on time. I never desired to reach my office any earlier than needed. Same? Doesn't take long for the looming office tower to enter my field of vision. 32 stories of office space, all crammed into one sleek, slim tower. The name Temuyan is stamped across the structure in gigantic block letters. If you're looking for a building in Shinjuku, you can't possibly miss it. Temuyan carries the title of Japan's third biggest banking corporation. It's a gigantic company with other branches in Kyoto, Osaka, Sapporo, Fukuoka, and dozens of smaller cities I don't even remember. I've worked here for close to 3 months. Not a long time in the grand scheme of things. That said, I'm only a temp and all I do is data entry. Insane? I work on the 14th floor with about 60 other junior employees, including gal girl Tomoe Watanabe. Watanabe? I don't speak to many of my coworkers, and that's the way I like it. I like this girl. When I reach the building, I enter through the giant double sliding doors and find myself in the familiar lobby. Comfortable couches line the walls circling the reception desk. 4 large elevators are tucked away in a nook behind the receptionist's desk. Is the girl with big tits behind the desk? It's already busy this morning, though to be fair, this place is packed all the time. I avoid the crowds of sharply dressed business people, feeling a little out of place in my semi-formal shirt and skirt. What? Ducking into a newly opened elevator, I tap my employee ID card to backlit panel and press the button for my floor. And press every button on the floor. The doors close and the elevator begins its smooth ascent. I see that I'm the only one traveling up. I reach my floor and listen to the soothing chime as the doors open, revealing open office layout before me. Static drone of workplace noise fills my ears. Conversation, ringing phones, tapping against keyboards, photocopiers. I wonder why some letters are highlighted. Even the steady low hum of the air conditioner contributes to the overall din. I make my way to my desk, stationed in the middle of the floor and surrounded by dozens of other identical desks. As I walk, someone taps me on the shoulder gently.
Good morning, Kurosawa.
I hate this man, kill him. Shinya Fujikawa, my senior, although he's really only a couple months older than me. He's worked here for a whole year after taking an internship straight out of senior high school. He's not an intern anymore, though I'm not quite sure what his job title is.
Morning, Fujikawa.
Oh my god, we are just the cutest. We are extremely attractive.
How was your commute this morning?
Shut up, nerd. We're way too good looking for you.
Fine. Same as usual.
That's good to hear. Did you read any of your novels?
What? We are, dude. I don't even care. He's referring to the horror books I like to read. I can tell from his tone that he doesn't exactly approve of the subject matter. Fuck this guy, dude. I've known Shinya since junior high. We go way back, but I wouldn't exactly call us friends. However, he's the one that landed me this job, even though it's just a temporary contract. I've always had the feeling he's a bit sweet on me. I could be way off the mark, though. No, he totally is.
Well, I couldn't get a seat on the train today. Too hard to read while standing.
Ah, that's a shame. You, still haven't accepted my, friend request, did you know?
I had to fight the urge to roll my eyes. He's a nice guy, but we were connected on Noise once before and I had to delete him. He's super obsessed with his father's detective work, and all he ever posts about is assumptions and theories on petty crime cases. Normally, I'd find any one of my friends is fascinating, but here's the thing. Shinya never posts about his personal life. All he writes are long-winded rants on boring cases. Far beyond the amount of dullness even I can stand. I fish up my phone in my handbag and pretend I'm looking at Noise.
Oh, how about that? Looks like I don't have any incoming friend requests.
Quickly dip my phone back into my bag.
How peculiar. Well, I'll try and nudge again later.
This guy end of shifted this. Are you fucking kidding me? He end of shifted this shipment and had one line left to finish. Do it.
Sure, no
Do
problem.
it. Make your dreams come true. I hate people I work with.
Well, anyway, I better get to it. Work hard today, okay?
You're the way, nerd.
You got it.
Shinya offers a formal bow and goes on his way. Thinks he's boring, yikes. Before I can take a step towards my desk, a mocking voice whispers in my ear.
How long
Good
are you gonna wait on
lord.
sweet little Shinya?
Ma'am, that is not business casual. Holy fuck. I shiver and find Tomoe oh, this is what's-her-face. Watanabe lurking right behind me, buzzing around my neck like an irritating mosquito.
That poor boy really has the hots for ya. When are you gonna tell him you're a cold-hearted psycho?
This bitch?
Listen, I'm not leading him on, and I'm no psycho.
Huh. Sounds like something a real psycho type would say, don't you reckon?
Of course, this is none other than gal girl Tomoe. The very same brain-dead moron who posted this morning about wanting to try Corpse Girl's website. She's the kind of person that likes to stir up trouble and instigate conflict. Holy god, my brain. She had her very vacant eyes on me since the Jesus Christ, help me? She had her vacant eyes on me since the day I first stepped foot in the office. She loves to torment me any chance she gets. Maybe I rubbed her the wrong way somehow, though I'm not sure what I ever did to her. Even though she's a data entry temp like me, she's worked here a little longer than I have. Fortunately, that means I have to defer to her as my superior in this professional environment. She knows as much and likes to take advantage of the fact that that fact as often as possible.
It's funny, you know. You don't look like the type of skank to lead on a goody-goody like Shinya.
Sorry?
I told you, I'm not leading him on.
Well, if you're not interested, maybe I'll take him out this weekend and tongue him at the cinema.
Do it. Do it.
Gross. Do what you want, but I doubt he's into someone with your,
Damn.
looks.
Your looks.
Oh yeah? What would you know? You think he likes your flat chest, little Miss Gothic Lolita?
Is that how you say that word? Lolita? I always said like Lolita. Lolita? Okay. I know I should shrug off such comments as this, and normally I would, but backing down from Tomoe isn't something I can do easily.
I'll give you a tip. Guys like Shinya are smart. Clever. If you want to impress him, don't let him know your head is as full of air as your inflatable breasts.
Flash of crimson light. A flash of crimson lights up Tomoe's face. She looks ready to lash out at me. A group of coworkers, juniors like us, look over to us in concern. Tomoe takes a step back from me, not before signaling a rude gesture with her
We ain't
fingers.
done here, Noriko. Watch your back.
I'm trembling.
Tomoe walks away and I breathe a sigh of relief. If it wasn't for having to deal with her, I wouldn't dread coming into work every day. Anyway, I wonder what she's planning to test at Corpse Girl's website. Will she try it on me since we just fought? I'm not really sure if I should be excited or scared. Either way, it'll definitely be fun to find out what happens if she does try the website. Finally reach my desk and take note of the time. I was supposed to start working 5 minutes ago, so I quickly log into my computer and check today's task list. It's all standard stuff today. I need to transfer a few tables of numbers and some spreadsheets in our company office online database. When I'm done, I have to run it past a few other people and then commit the changes to the server. The work is dull and repetitive, but my salary is not bad. On the plus side, I get to wear headphones to listen to music while I work. That's like the one thing I love about my job. Like when I was in the office. Was you could go in and just throw headphones on and just fucking ignore everyone else. I dip into my handbag and retrieve my headphones, my phone, and a can of milk coffee. A handful of breath mints. I lay them on my desk. I lay them all out at my desk neatly. Besides the boring guy. I don't know, I like us. I like our character. I slipped my headphones on, plugged them in my phone, and hit the play on the work playlist. Loud symphonic metal lovingly thrashes my ears as I crack open a can of coffee and take a long sip. I like this girl.
Okay, let's get started.
That's like me, but instead of coffee, it's Monster. I return home to my quiet, cramped apartment after work. Holy shit, I'm fucking blowing it away today. I love days where I feel like I'm not doing any work, and then I look at what I've done, I'm like, oh, I'm like 25 shipments ahead of where I need to be. The place is eerily silent, a stark contrast to the bustling business office where I work my days. Bring my handbag onto the tiny coffee table, pick up my laptop and sit on the couch. I lie back and get comfortable, letting my laptop rest on my stomach as it boots up. The welcome screen loads up, and so I click a couple of times, open the web browser, and head to a very specific website saved my favorites. Corpse Girl's website. A cute dancing zombie girl is animated at the top of the page. A peculiar irregularity that always makes me giggle. I notice the page view counter at the bottom of the site is nearly the same as it was yesterday. There may have been 4 or 5 new visitors. I heave a sigh. Maybe the website isn't quite that well known after all. It begs the question, how did Tomoe discover it? I need like another drink here really shortly. Well, never mind that. My eyes scan the website's content. Request a death. Big bold letters headline the site. Intention could not be clearer. Further information on the site is sparse. Brief instructions tell the user to fill in the victim's phone number and upload a photo. Aside from that, there's not much else to mention. It doesn't even ask for a name. After scanning the site, I move my mouse to the browser's address bar and click. Type a / after the website's address, and then type in the word admin. The enter key. The login page presents itself, with empty username and password fields waiting to be filled in. My fingers tap dance around the keyboard, and within moments I'm presented with a brand new page. For the corpse girl? A blinking slab of green text. A blinking slab of text greets me. One new request. A crooked smile cracks my stony expression. Finally. Someone's requested a death. Someone's asked me, corpse girl, to kill a victim. This is where things get exciting. I giggle and feel my cheeks flush red. It's the first request I've had in about a week. I've been logging in every evening, fingers crossed that someone has selected a new victim for me. Today, my wish came true. I can't help but feel emotional at a time like this. My lower lip trembles as I feel tears welling up. I dab the corners of my eyes and gently avoid smudging my makeup. As I hover my mouse over the review quest button, a familiar and pleasant tingling sensation surges in my chest, my stomach, my thighs. Shiver with anticipation, my hot, steamy breath beginning to fog up the laptop screen. I click the button. Request details. Today, 2:47 p.m. Victim's phone number. Downloading image attachment. The victim's photo automatically loads on my screen. The person in front of me is a total stranger, but that's okay. It doesn't really change the task set out before me. A woman, rather pale in her early 30s. She's well dressed, with minimal makeup. She's not really putting her personality on display. It's a nice photo, better quality than some of the images I've received in the past. In fact, the photo looks like a corporate ID picture. I wonder if it was downloaded from a company database or website. Well, the source of the photo doesn't matter. The simple fact of the matter is that someone made a request for this person to die. All it's to me to fulfill that request. As the corpse girl, I take requests very, very seriously. I have the victim's photo, and I have her phone number. All I need to do now is select a way for her to meet her untimely demise. I previously thought about including an extra field on my website, an option for the user to choose a way for the victim to die. After all, it would reduce the amount of strain on my creativity if the method was decided for me. After careful consideration, I decided against it. Some people are sick, twisted. The cause of death could be far beyond my means and impossible to achieve. Therefore, allowing the user to define the cause of death isn't feasible. Instead, I'll stick to my current modus operandi. I need to like English better. Everything depends on the quality of the victim's photo. If it's detailed and the victim's features are easily distinguishable, then I can be rather creative with the cause of death. Perhaps the victim's face suffers grotesque burns, or she has iron stakes shoved through her skull. However, the victim's photo is low quality and doesn't provide enough detail to identify the subject. I have to resort to the default cause of death. Terrible unlucky fall from a great height. Maybe she slips, or maybe someone stumbles into her and she sends her over the rail. The end result will be the same: a swift, crushing death on height. The victim will end up face down in the concrete, completely unrecognizable save for her clothes and accessories. It's not my favorite cause of death, but in cases it's necessary. Regardless, it's still a valid way to fulfill the request. For now, it's time to get started. I can barely contain my excitement. I squirm against the couch, crossing and uncrossing my legs in a vain attempt to just dissipate the heat rising through my body. Taking a deep breath, I try to calm my nerves and get to work. The victim will receive a photo of her own corpse, time-stamped with the date of her death. Corpse Girl's signature move, my calling card, if you will. Sending an image of one's own disfigured corpse is sure to strike fear into one's heart. Nice legs, baby girl. That's precisely the reason I take this step, to make the victim panic and act rashly. First things first, I save the victim's photo to my laptop's hard drive. Store in a photo named System Files, hidden away in a root directory of my operating system, a password encrypted directory, of course. Next, I open my favorite image editing software and load the photo. Looking carefully at the details in the picture, I can see this will be a work of art. I can really go to town with this request. Minimize the software, open my web browser, and access a particular website. The database of the deceased, the DD as it's known on the dark web. A secret weapon, the ultimate resource for my work. The DD is a collection of countless high-resolution photographs of dead bodies. Murder victims, crime scenes, suicides. If someone's died in one way or another, chances are good that some perverted individual has captured the moment in all of its gory glory. Such valuable images are essential to my work. Using these photos as a base, I can edit my victim's details into the picture. The process is simple. Start by locating the perfect corpse photo. I searched the database, and less than 2 minutes, I discovered a disgustingly detailed photo of a woman with her entrails spilling from her stomach. Her face is blue, having suffocated before even having a chance to bleed to death. She's about the same age as my victim. She's of similar height and build. Finding a photo that specifically suits my victim's features is easy, thanks to DD's excellent catalog of tags and filters. I simply search for the keyword that matches my victim's description and find a corpse that fits. Using this photo as a starting point, I digitally edit my victim's face onto the body. It's not some quick job that a child can do, even if it's a painstakingly crafted work of art that could fool even the keenest eye. An hour passes, then 2, then 3. Before I know it, midnight has come and gone. But the work is nearing completion. All that remains is to add the final touches. I like to add specifically distinguishable details to the image. Personal item, or accessory, clothing, makeup, you name it, I can edit it in. With personal details added, I adjust the lighting and color palette, just slightly enough to make the photo truly unique. The victim decides to reverse search the image, if the victim decides to reverse image search the photo and discovers that it's a forgery, all my work would be for naught. And with that, the masterpiece is complete. A grisly, gruesome, gratuitous, gory gift for the soon-to-be departed. The victim will receive this photo of a corpse that is, for all of its intents and purposes, a perfect replica of her own physical form. She will open the image on her phone, and the life she once knew will crumble to pieces. My lips curl into a satisfied smirk. During my hours of work, my breathing eventually steadied, and my excited nerves settled into a zen-like calm. Seeing the finished piece of art now, I begin to feel my heart pounding once more. Macabre? Krabe? Vision before me is exhilarating. Adrenaline and dopamine surge throughout my body, giving me a sudden head rush of bliss. To say that I'm attracted to the sight of blood and guts would be misleading. No, I'm not into that at all. The excitement stems from the thought of taking control of someone else's life, dictating their future and controlling their fate. Macabre. For the creation of this image, I've taken the victim's life in my own hands, like a puppet master pulling the strings of a marionette. By forging this convincing creation, I will compel the victim to take her own life. That's right. My own hands never need to become stained. The hands of the corpse girl have never been dirty with the blood of a victim. This is the true nature of my work. Carefully crafted corpse photos in such a way to convince the victim that their fate's already sealed, that no matter what they do, they cannot escape the death that awaits them. The date stamped on the photo is the icing on the cake, and the ultimate driving force behind the victim choosing to end their own life. A date so near in the future, a time that's not yet occurred. A fire of uncertainty carefully interwoven into the image that causes the victim to pause and consider the possibilities. Is this photo from the future? Is this truly my fate? How can I outrun a future that's been pre-decided? These are the thoughts that run through a victim's mind. Despair and dread flood the senses. Overwhelming anxiety gives way to calm acceptance. This is my dead body. This is how I die. Why should I fight it? And then the victim's last vestige of resistance gently breaks. Like a silk spiderweb being torn by a cool breeze. They finally give in. They invite their end. This is the way it'll all go down for this woman, this complete and total stranger. The dumbass jumped just because of a fake photo, apparently. I'm confident, certain, convinced. It was a sudden spark of inspiration that guided me to begin the fabricating corpse photos about a year ago. I can never quite recall what exactly it was that spawned the idea. Sometimes I get close to remembering, but the recollection dances at the edge of my mind and slips back into darkness. Regardless, I ventured down a dark and dangerous path. I built Corpse Girl's website and invited strangers to request the death of people they knew. It was a sales tactic, simply a way to encourage users to submit images. I had no intention or means of ending lives. Little did I know the power I wield. The true power I wield. I only intended to create corpse photos and send them to people for fun. You want to see your dead body? I wanted to startle and scare some unsuspecting fools. It would be a little lie to claim that I didn't get off on it. I thought that people shrieking in fear at the sight of their own corpse was more than delicious. I stated my budding lust. It filled a dark hole in the depths of my soul and gave me purpose. Never in a million years did I dream that one of my corpse photos would result in the death of another human being. Never forget her name, Ruri Hatano. Ruri Hatano. 20-something, slim, gorgeous, eyes that took my breath away the moment I gazed upon her portrait. She was the first person to make me feel bad about crafting hoax photos. The only person to make me feel bad about it. But I did it anyway. Corpse Girl never rejects a request. It's her, my conviction. I forged a beautiful rendition of her death. Thanks to some rather macabre, I had to look up, macabre source photos obtained via the database of the deceased. I strung Ruri's corpse up in a field like a ghoulish scarecrow. The photo was incredible. It was my fifth or sixth work. The fifth or sixth time a user of Corpse Girl's website requested a death. Ruri Hatano died just hours after receiving the photo. I don't know why. I don't know if she killed herself or if someone murdered her. But I know one thing. Ruri Hatano's body, her real body, was found in a field hanging like a scarecrow surrounded by crows. Her eyes had been gouged out of her skull. Her stiff fingers clutched her phone tightly. According to the news report, her phone displayed a familiar image, the very image I created of her corpse. When I first learned of Rui's death, I was overcome with varying emotions. I felt sick, elated, disgusted, overjoyed, depressed, aroused. Had I somehow caused her death? Was Corpse Girl responsible for taking a life? Even though my hands weren't stained with blood, I still felt responsible. The lurid truth descended upon me at that moment. Corpse Girl had the power to end lives, and the more I dwelled on that fact, the more obvious it became to me. I began to feel that power pulsing through my veins, drumming in my body as my heart pumped and pounded within my chest. I can't explain how the power works, and I don't know why I have it. But somehow, the corpse photos I create can compel a victim to end their life, or compel someone else to end it for them. There you go, it's a supernatural thing, Captain. Bree died in the way I envisioned. Her dead body matched the fake corpse photo I painstakingly crafted. And I didn't have to leave the safety or comfort of my own apartment to ensure her death. Corpse Girl's power is real, extraordinary, and I vowed to exercise that power as frequently as possible. Rui Hatano died last year. Since then, I've been chasing that rush, that thrill that comes with snuffing out a soul. It wasn't hard to grow the popularity of Corpse Girl's website after that incident. Particularly dark corners of the internet gobbled up the news with enthusiasm, and the site saw an influx of new visitors. And on a few occasions, I even overheard people in the real world whispering about the mysterious website that lets you request a death. I like this because it gives my voice just a second to rest. Other than just being able to nap through the prostitute's death, I suppose, like, Yeah, if she woke up late, what would have happened? Like, if she slept through and just didn't check her phone until after the time. I crafted corpse photos for dozens of requests. Each photo is more convincing and realistic than my last, thanks to my ever-evolving skills. But none of my recent attempts have been successful. Not a single person has dropped dead since Rui Hatano. Beginning to wonder if Corpse Girl power has fizzled out. Or perhaps I never had any power to begin with. Maybe Rui's death was simply a fluke, a morbid coincidence. I spent countless hours doubting myself, doubting Corpse Girl. I've tried so hard to replicate that one success. Every time I receive a request, I do the same thing I did I do the same thing I did in Rui Hatano's case. I edit the photo of the victim, I create a convincing corpse photo, timestamp it with the time of death, I send the photo to the victim, and then I leave the rest up to fate. But nothing ever comes of it. I'm not so delusional to think that in normal circumstances, a simple photo would be enough to convince someone to kill themselves. And even if that photo fell into someone else's hands, it wouldn't inspire them to go out and kill the victim, of course not. However, there are no extraordinary... I had a fucking stroke. There are no ordinary circumstances. I once activated a power beyond the ken of mortal men. I caused Rui Hatano to die by her own hand, or by the hand of another. I need to find a way to manifest my power once more. Prove that I, Corpse Girl, have the power of death and destruction at my fingertips. Alright, rugs are not handbags. Come on, guy. Come on, guy. Once a new victim perishes, I know it will pave my way to more and more deaths. My website will gain popularity and become more than just an urban myth. People will live their lives in fear, wondering if Corpse Girl is lurking behind the next text message they receive. Yeah, I can see my future goal. I can see the future I crave so clearly in my mind. I'm I'm so close to achieving my goal. I know I am. And when my dream comes true, I can finally... Tuesday morning. The incessant chirping of birds gently kindles the embers of my consciousness. My eyelids heavy to open, find the eyelids open and find my body contorted before me. Legs spread across the couch in the most uncomfortable position I can imagine. I can like bend over backwards. I groan and twist my torso, letting my spine pop and crack until the ache of my body drifts away. Wish I could do that. I need to stop falling asleep on the couch. I'm still young, but I can't handle a night away from my comfortable bed. Okay, none of these are correct. These are all wrong codes. Carpets are not discharge lamps. My eyes fall upon my open laptop, laying on its side on the floor. The screen is blank, the battery drained. I briefly panic, hoping against hope that I save my work before falling asleep. I stumble to my feet and pick my laptop and charge towards power outlet. Plug it in and boot up, revitalizing the mechanical beast and feeling a wave of relief as the whirling and eternal fans signify my brief. I need a drink. He flickers and bathes my eyes in harsh light. My eyes squint against my will, and I make out the image before me. Mutilated corpse of my last victim. Perfection in picture form. The timestamp in the lower corner reads May 27th, 11:07 a.m., tomorrow's date. The photo's ready to be sent out. If I send it now, the victim will receive it immediately, notice the date, and realize her death is imminent. Time to set the wheels of demise in motion. Leaving my laptop at the outlet, I quickly dart into the kitchen. Well, to call it a kitchen's misleading. Simply a tiled area connected to my living space with a small refrigerator, microwave oven, and single hot plate. A small stack of drawers is nestled next to the fridge, and I pull open a second drawer from the top. Plunging my hand inside is always an odd sensation. My fingers get buried underneath dozens of cheap plastic flip phones. I grasp one of the phones between my thumbs and forefingers and remove it from the drawer. The scratched up pink model from 2010 or so, a relic from a time not that long ago, but may as well be forgotten. I flip the screen up and turn the device on, relieved to see that the artifact still holds power. To be fair, I charged up all these phones just a few weeks ago, but the fact they retain a charge after being inactive for so long is a testament to their engineering. In any shady line of work, these kind of phones are referred to as burners. Cheap, disposable devices that are discarded as soon as their purpose is fulfilled. I acquired them by rather unsavory means, but that's neither here nor there. I use these phones to send out photos I make. By doing this, I avoid my personal phone and thus prevent anything being traced back to me. When a photo's been sent, I keep the burner phone for 24 hours just in case the victim sends a reply. I know I'd get a good laugh out of that. Of course, I don't keep the phone on my person. I store it in an old shed outside the back of my apartment building. When 24 hours have passed, I remove the phone's SIM card, snap it in half, and discard it with the combustible trash. The phone itself gets smashed and trashed in the dumpsters outside the convenience store. I also delete the photos off my hard drive to clear my internet history. Obviously, I don't use my own internet connection at home. I leech off my gullible neighbor's Wi-Fi. My gullible neighbor's Wi-Fi. He's under the impression that I can't afford my own internet connection. Whether or not I've convinced him of such is irrelevant, so he's happy to share his connection with me. Did the police ever try to track my actions, they'll only be led straight to my neighbor. I've gone through great lengths to ensure that my actions are untraceable. This has all been in anticipation of my inevitable success. Looking down the pink phone in my hand, I clear my mind and focus on the task before me. Photos transferred easily from laptop to burner. Once complete, I open the text messaging app and enter the victim's phone number. I leave the message field blank, but I attach a photo of the photo, of course. The victim will receive an empty text message from an unknown number with only an image attached. The message is just about ready to send, but there's one more flourish I'd like to add. I opened up a particular app I downloaded to every burner phone, simply called Number Mask. It's one of the most ingenious apps I've ever used. The app asks for a number I want to use. I punch in my memorized trademark: 666-33-666-22-666-44-666. Now, when I send a text message, the receiver will see these numbers appear on the caller ID. Not only does this mask the burner phone's real number, but it's an extra calling card to help boost my infamy. I smirk, my thumb hovering over the send message button. This is it. This is gonna be my long-awaited victory. The second victim to end up dead. I just know it. The stepping stone to my success. The second of many bodies that'll pave my way to glory. Send the message. Arrive at work on time, just as usual. My handbag's heavy with the weight of several cans of coffee. Hopefully enough to help me power through the day after having such a late night. Can't help but yawn. Jesus help me. Can't help but yawn loudly as I wait for the elevator in the lobby. Just before the elevator door opened, my phone starts to ring and I step aside to answer the call.
Hey. Hi, Noriko. Good morning. Did I call at a bad time?
Not at all. I'm just about to go into the office.
Oh, should I call back later?
It's no problem. Don't stress.
Okay, sorry.
The nervous, apologetic girl on the other end of the call is Aoi. It's Aoi Sato. Sato? Yeah. An old friend from back in the day. Though we never really had any common interests, we used to be inseparable at school. She was shy, I was introverted, and there was a combination that worked in our favor, even if our conversations were a little on the boring side. To say that we're no longer shy and introverted wouldn't be entirely true. Aoi's gotten better, and she's definitely more outgoing, but she still suffers a great deal of social anxiety. As for me, I'm still perfectly introverted. My tolerance for being around other people has improved a bit, but I do prefer solitude. Visiting places I've never been before puts me on edge. Call Aoi my best friend would be accurate. She's my closest confidant. Even so, she knows nothing about my part-time job masquerading as Corpse Girl. No one does, and I plan to keep it that way.
So, Aoi, what did you want to talk about?
Oh, well, you see, that guy at work is still bothering me, and I wanted to see if you had any more advice for me.
So cute!
Ah, jeez. The older guy that always hits on you?
Yeah.
What a creep. You're 19, for God's sake. He must be, what, 50?
Oof.
I think he's 52.
You know his actual age? Well, whatever. If he's still bothering you, you have to take a stand. He's not your coworker, right? Just a regular customer?
That's right.
Then tell your manager. Have him banned from the venue.
I can't talk to the manager. I don't want to cause trouble for the company.
Jeez, girl.
He's so cute!
Sometimes you need to stand on your own 2 feet.
I know.
Well, if talking to the manager is out of the question, then you need to be firm with the creep. Tell him you won't stand for being groped anymore. His behavior is simply unacceptable, and if he won't change, you won't serve him anymore.
He's scary, Noriko. I don't know if I can confront him like that. He's always drunk. Even before he comes into the place. I try not to serve him too much, but...
Are you sure you can't quit that stupid job? Working at a maid cafe really doesn't suit you at all. I thought you wanted a government position.
I do. I want to work in a cozy office, kind of like you, but you know I don't have any qualifications.
Why don't I see if there's anything open here? Maybe Shinya can help out. He got me this job, remember?
Shinya, maybe. He was always a nice guy, right?
He's super nice. Stick in the mud, but a nice one.
Noriko, don't be mean.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You want me to ask?
Yes, please. If it's no trouble.
It's no trouble. I'll talk to Shinya. Then maybe you can quit that crappy job and come work with me.
Oh, that really does sound wonderful. Thank you, Noriko. I'd be so lost without you.
Don't be silly. You're amazing, Aoi. Leave
Owie.
this to me.
Owie. Got it.
Thank you.
I end the call and heave a sigh. I can go to work and ask Shinya about a job actually it's a pain in the ass. I never admit that to Aoi. I want to help the poor girl. I really do. I do nearly anything for her. The elevator arrives in the lobby, and I step inside as soon as the doors open.
Good morning, Kurosawa.
Fujikawa. Good morning.
Shinya takes me by surprise as I exit the elevator. Has you been waiting here for
I
me?
wanted to catch you before we sit down to work. I sent you another friend request. Can you make sure you got it this time?
No one is this creepy. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
What am I supposed to do when he puts me in the spot like this? I try not to groan as I get my phone out and open up the noise. It's impossible to hide my screen from Shinya's piercing gaze.
Well,
Gaze.
what do you know? I have a new friend request.
Oh, great. It worked this time. Go ahead and accept it, please.
Yeah, sure thing.
No one's this creepy. I hesitantly accept the request. A little firework animation pops up on my screen with a celebratory message about making a new friend.
Yay! Looks like we're officially friends now. So, can I call you Noriko from now on?
No. I never cared much for formalities. I try to adhere to them in the workplace, but honestly, I don't care if people refer to my first or last name, regardless if we're friends or not.
That's
People are
fine.
always that creepy?
You
What?
can call me Noriko.
Shinya's eyes light up. That seems to have made the boy happy.
Thank you. Oh, you can call me Shinya, of course.
Shinya. Hey, we've known each other since junior high, right? Shouldn't we have been on a first-name basis anyway?
Yes, that's true, but we're in the office now, you know? It wouldn't do if you started working here and called me Shinya right away.
I suppose.
I feel like I'm 14 too. That's just fucking weird, dude.
Anyway, I'm really glad we're proper friends now, Noriko. Maybe we can get a coffee sometime.
We're gonna lead this boy on for that big Aoi job. I can't help but feel like he's trying to push his luck as far as it will go. Any suspicions I had about him having a crush on me are now confirmed. I brush a stray lock of hair in my face and smile sweetly as I can't try to change the subject.
Hey, actually, I wanted to ask you something. Are there any more temp jobs available
You're
here
close.
right now?
Don't be creepy, Shadow. What the fuck?
Temp jobs, huh? Are you looking to pick up extra hours?
No, not exactly. I'm asking for a friend who needs a new job.
A friend of Noriko's. Well, let's see. We pretty much always have data entry roles up for grabs. Unless your friend wants something more interesting? Do they have any particular qualifications?
Not really. Data entry is more than fine. Actually, you already know who I'm talking about. Remember Aoi Sato?
Aoi Sato. Yes, I think I do remember her. That really shy girl from our school days, correct?
That's her, yeah.
Wow. I never knew you were still in touch with school friends, Noriko.
Aoi's probably the only one. We're fairly close.
Is that so? As for me, I don't really have any friends from back then.
Shinya's heartbreaking confession doesn't surprise me too much. He doesn't strike me as the type of person to have many friends at all. Sure, I'm the same, but...
No! But what am I saying? We're friends now. So I guess I do keep in touch with school friends.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hey, I'll ask my superior if we can get Sato an interview. Is that okay?
I'd really appreciate that. Thank you, Shinya.
No problem. Leave it to me.
He gives me an awkward salute before skipping away. Our little exchange has obviously made him pretty happy. For some reason, something that Tomoe has said yesterday pops into my head. She mentioned that I'm leading Shinya on, but that's not true, is it? I shake the thought out of my head. I'm just being nice to him. That's lead... If a guy like that... If you be nice to a guy like that, that's going to give him the idea, dude. That's gonna give him the idea. I take a seat at my desk and perform my morning ritual. In my handbag, I retrieve my headphones, coffee, and breath mints. Computer on, music playing, coffee open. My fingers tap rhythmically against the keyboard, and I slip into the usual workday trance.
So, I see that you're connected with Shinya on Noise now, huh?
Oh god, I wish this girl would die. Truth. I walk to the train station, interrupted by a familiar grating voice.
Sounds like both of you are getting on pretty well.
How did you...
Oh, of course. Moe and I are already friends on Noise. You would have seen the notification that I accepted Shinya's request. It's actually kind of strange that Tomoe and I are connected through the app. We added each other on the first day of work before I learned how much of an intolerable excuse for a human being she is. We simply never deleted each other, even after all these months. Her posts are entertaining anyway. Since I rarely ever post anything myself, she probably forgot we're connected at all, until today.
Now look, don't get me wrong, you hear? I ain't actually interested in Shinya. Nah, I'm real happy for you both, like. But what I can't stand is a skank like yourself getting some while I'm over here all dry like a desert.
What the hell are you talking about?
It pisses me off that guys just sluts like you, and you barely have to put in any work. Meanwhile, nice girls like me gotta put in so much effort to even get noticed.
Are nice girls a real thing? Like, I remember, like, nice guys being a thing, where they're like, oh, I'm such a nice guy, I deserve a girlfriend. Are nice girls the same thing?
You think all of this is just natural? I put so much effort into how I look, you know? And guys like Shinya don't even bat an eyebrow at me.
You mean bat an eyelid, right?
You're a nice girl? Oh no, why? Less likely?
Whatever, it don't matter. I'm sick of skanks like you getting everything for nothing.
Look, let me be honest with you. I'm not interested in Shinya, and I'm not trying to be with him. I don't chase guys, and it's pretty rare that they chase me. You've got me all wrong.
Like I'd believe you. Do you spend your time chasing chicks then?
Maybe.
That's not your business. But you don't have to worry about me pursuing Shinya. Tell you what, any guy at the office is all yours, okay? I'm not interested.
Oh, is that how it's gonna be, slut? You think no one is good enough for you, but they're good enough for me? You're just like all the other girls. You think I'm worth being pitied? You think I need it? Well, I don't want your pity. You're nothing but a fake skank.
Says the girl with her shirt half unbuttoned. Chloe pushes forward, her bulk forcing me off to the sidewalk into a thicket of trees bordering the path. Fucking bitch. Burning slap across my face comes out of nowhere. I'm blinded by white stars. My entire face feels like it's on fire. The strike is hard, sharp, and vicious. It happens so suddenly that I'm having difficulty processing it. Fucking bitch. I stumble, but my legs don't quite give out. My mind races trying to put together what happened. Moe hit me. Why? Why did she hit me? There's a strange sort of disconnect in my mind. My body doesn't feel like it's my own. Like it isn't actually happening to me, but rather I'm watching it happen to someone else. Time slows down and speeds up all at once. The slap replays twice in my mind before Tomoe's hand even leaves my face. Catch a glimpse of her furious expression. Red and strained and overcome with anger.
I hate you. I hate everyone like you. Don't pity me.
I don't think that's Tomoe's problem, though. The second strike connects with my chin and I flinch, my entire body paralyzed with pain. You hit me again?
Stop!
I hate you. I hate you!
Moe lost it. She's absolutely furious, and I can't figure out what I did wrong. Her third attack is a curled fist aimed straight at my stomach. But through sheer luck or complete accident, I tumbled backwards, narrowly avoiding the punch, instead landing on my rear. Pavement's rough and hard, but it sure feels a lot better than taking a fist in the gut. Moe screams and rushes at me, but I scramble my feet and grab her by the wrists. We're gonna throw her in front of a car, aren't we? She flails, her eyes looking wild at me like they'll pop out of her skull at any given second. Her breath is harsh and ragged, and the tears of rage have been caused a flood of clotted makeup running down her face.
Calm down! Calm down!
She struggles against me, slowly giving in as my tight grip prevents her from attacking me further. She begins to sob softly.
I hate you! I hate everything about you!
Bet she's the normal girl in the picture. With a great pull, Tomoe frees herself from my grip. She steps away, cursing, and then runs past me. I blink in disbelief as she breaks into a sprint, heading towards the direction of the train station. I raise a hand to my tender face and touch it gently. The stinging sensation is completely new to me. Never before have I been attacked like that.
What the hell was all that about?
Hey, Vanessa.
I can't believe she hit me.
What a fucking bitch. Oh, I wonder if we're going to get a request for ourselves. That'd be fucking hilarious. The pack of frozen vegetables pressed against my face soothes my swollen jaw, but does little to calm my nerves. I'm still on edge after what happened today. Tomoe actually physically attacked me. All because I said something, I'm not sure what, that provoked her anger. Maybe that girl's a little more complicated than I gave her credit for. Seems like she has her own internal demons, just like the rest of us. I replayed the event in my head 100 times since returning home. Without confronting Tomoe about it, I don't think I'll ever figure out what enticed her anger. Oop. I don't plan on talking to her about it anytime soon. I wouldn't say that I'm scared of her, but I don't exactly want to encourage a repeat performance. I rest the bag of frozen vegetables on the small coffee table next to me. I think I've done all I can to reduce the painful swelling for now. Lying and leaning back, I let the soft padding of the couch consume my body as I sink deeper. My eyes glaze over, I bring my phone to my face. My finger lazily taps and scrolls as I look through a carefully curated obituary newsfeed, a list of deaths that have been reported through the day. Using a handy set of filters, I narrow the feed down to include only women's deaths in the age range of 30 to 50, and set the location all over Japan. I immediately exclude any results that mention natural causes of death. I'm looking for specific cases, suicide, or as is often more reported, accidents. Of course, I'm looking to find out whether my latest victim has offed herself yet. This search strings up no results, and it's pretty easy to look up recent murders. They've been few and far between. Between suicides, accidents, and murders, I've covered all the potential ways my victim could die. 9 out of 10 of the search results include a photograph of the deceased. Not a photo of the corpse, mind you. This is the database of the deceased I'm looking for. Rather, it's usually a nice, flattering picture of the recently departed, submitted by their kin to go along with their obituary. I use the photos submitted with the obituaries to compare and match images of my victims. It's the only reliable way I have to discover whether or not my victims have perished. If I knew a victim's name, I could easily look up their current fate, but the website doesn't ask for that information. All respect for the victim's privacy, but there's a lot more to it than that. That's a topic to dwell on another day. Tonight's search turns up no solid leads. I'm disappointed, but the result isn't entirely unexpected. After all, I set the date on my victim's photograph to tomorrow. There's still time for her to freak out and end it all. I decided to go to sleep early tonight. I'm not even feeling hungry enough to eat the cheap convenience store meal that's been sitting in my fridge since yesterday. No. If I go to sleep now, it feels like tomorrow arrives sooner. Tomorrow. I'll have to see Tomoe at work. There's no way I can avoid her since her death is close to mine. The idea doesn't sit well with me. On the other hand, the victim might conquer herself. It would definitely make me feel better. It could very well be my next success, and the suspense is just about enough to kill me. Tomorrow. Whew. When they said fully voice acted, I wasn't expecting to have to read so much. My typing is hesitant and distracted this morning. My fingers falter, misstep, and I tap the backspace repeatedly. This is no good. I can't focus on work while I'm staring at the top of Tomoe's head, bobbing up from behind the monitor a few desks away. Even my work playlist isn't enough to inspire me to pulverize the keyboard today. Normally, a blast of pure volume and a shot of caffeine is enough to carry me to the greatest heights of productivity. We can never escape from reading in VNs, it's true. Press a finger to my pursed lips, trying to regain my focus. I absentmindedly noticed that I missed the edge of my top lip when applying makeup this morning. Damn, I'm really out of sorts today. At least I managed to apply some extra blush to cover up the faint bruising on my face. Might have overdone it a little, but it's better than looking like I just stepped out of the boxing ring.
Good morning, Noriko. Boy, have I got some neat news for you.
Some neat news? What's your neat news, buddy? I'm so absorbed in my own thoughts that I barely register Shinya standing in front of my desk.
Noriko? Excuse me? Noriko? Are you in there?
Huh?
My eyes fixate on Shinya's goofy smile. I quickly removed my headphones.
Fujikawa, Shinya. Sorry. Hi.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Tired is all.
Oh, I hear you. I was up late last night. Boy, I must have been up past 10. Just could not put down this new crime thriller I've been reading.
Oh, yeah, right. I was up late reading too.
Your horror novels, right? Don't they leave you feeling a little scared before you go to sleep?
No, not really. It's all fiction, so it's pretty easy to distinguish from reality.
Is that so? Wow, that's not like my book at all. The crimes in this story are all based on real cases. My jaw hits the floor every time I turn the page.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Anyway, let me tell you this. Your friend Sato can take a data entry opening starting from Monday.
You don't even need to get a fucking interview, you just get hired?
She doesn't even need to interview. That's how much the boss trusts me.
I'm genuinely impressed with Shinya's ability to cover Aoi's job. Say what you want about the guy, but the bigwigs obviously have faith in him. How am I doing today? Good. Not bad.
Wow, Shinya.
How are you, Ernesto?
I don't know what to say. Thank you. Thank you so much.
That'll make Aoi happy, at least.
Don't thank me yet. Sato is going to be worked to the bone. I hope she's prepared for it.
Trust me, anything will be better than her current job. Really, thank you, Shinya. You came through for us here.
Well, I'm just happy to help. Hey, Noriko, can I ask you something?
No.
Sure. Shoot.
The short shift, otherwise chill? Nice. Short shifts are nice. I love it, she probably would.
Shoot! Oh, right. An expression. Sorry, I just remembered this case in the novel I'm reading, where a police officer shoots at a perp only to...
Uh-huh.
Hey, you, wanted to ask me something?
Right. Are you friends with Watanabe?
Watanabe, thank you. I blink a couple of times.
Tomoe?
You're on a first-name basis with her.
Great
We
friends,
must be
the
great
best.
Friends.
What's the gist of this visual novel? People can go to a website to request the death of anyone they know with a picture and a phone number. And we're playing the person that gets those requests. But so far, we've only killed one girl out of like all of our requests. But at the start of the visual novel, we did successfully kill someone. But that was 2 weeks in the future.
I mean,
So we're leading up to that.
wouldn't say...
Listen, would you mind putting in a good word for me with her?
No shit, he likes Aoi.
I'm kind of interested in taking her out sometime. But I could never ask her myself.
I'm stunned, gobsmacked, speechless. Shinya likes Tomoe? Oh, Tomoe. I thought you were talking about Aoi. Okay, no, gross. Ugh. I thought he likes me. Is my intuition wrong? What if the clues have been in front of me this whole time? What else haven't I been seeing?
Noriko? What do you say?
Shinya, look. Honestly, I'm not really friends with Tomoe. I don't think I can help you.
Oh yeah, and our main character gets hot and bothered by reading people's days on Facebook.
Oh, I see. That's a shame. I thought maybe you were close.
We can ask her, though.
Darn. I guess there's not much to be done, is there? Even after I helped you and Sato out and all.
Fuck you, Shinya. He's seriously trying to gild me. I have to hand it to him. I didn't think he had it in him.
Well, I suppose you can just tell Sato to start work on Monday morning.
Fuck you, guy.
So I'll see you around the office then.
Shinya leaves and I bury my face in my hands. Has this whole world gone mad all of a sudden? Shinya likes Tomoe, not me. Not that I'm disappointed. Hell, I don't have feelings for the guy. But for him to be interested in someone vapid like her just blows my mind. To add insult to literal injury, Tomoe assaulted me yesterday. She has a vicious, violent side to her that Shinya doesn't know about. He could be in real danger if he pursues her. I highly doubt it. I'm completely unable to process what to do. Shinya scored Aoi a job, and I'm truly thankful. I feel like I owe him one. Should I ask Tomoe out for him, or should I warn him about her? I need to clear my head. I decide to step away from my desk and visit the restroom. I have no need for the restroom. I enter a stall and lock the door behind me. Seeing the toilet's closed lid, I lean back and exhale. Getting too caught out. What's that for? Getting too caught up in office drama. That's what the issue is. It's unlike me. Come on, Jojo, how are you, friend? I'm supposed to be stoic, unflinching. It's my ideology, my entire identity. My emotions are better locked away than stitched on my sleeve. I'm Corpse Girl, for crying out loud. My purpose is bigger than all this. I'm destined for greatness. The day will come when people fear my name, right? Shake my doubts from my mind and pat my cheeks. Pat my cheeks. Doing all this for the right reasons. I know I am. I start dating myself now. I'll never see my mission through. An unfamiliar jingle rings through the restroom. I swing off the walls. It sounds out. It sounds like a phone alert, but where did it come from? It takes me a few seconds to realize that I have my own phone in my hands, and it's vibrating incessantly. Must have grabbed it unconsciously from my desk when I stood up. The screen is lit up, and the message reads, "One new article matches your custom filter. Dead body, lol." Wait, what? A new auto feed. The auto news feed I set up last night, it actually located something? I hurriedly unlocked my phone and opened a certain app. The same app I was crawling through last night looking for obituaries. A little unread mail icon sits at the top of the screen, blinking and practically shouting for my attention. I hit the icon and read the information presented to me. Article posted online today, 11:22 a.m. Keywords found: 3. Miss, accident, numerical data range 30 to 50. Image data found, yes. Wednesday, May 27th. Miss Akane Tsurumaki, 36, of Chibiya Prefecture, pronounced dead this morning at her personal residence at 8:38 a.m. Chief Coroner reports that Miss Tsurumaki was involved in an incident resulting in self-asphyxiation. Tsurumaki is survived by her husband, Mr. Goro Tsurumaki, 42, and their daughter, Miss Fu Tsurumaki, 1. Funeral service will be held on Friday, May 29th. Barely tap the button and gasp as the image loads. It's her. The photo. It's unmistakably the same woman. Plain features, little makeup, no signs of personality. Kane Tsurumaki, the latest victim to receive a photo of her own corpse. My breathing stops all of a sudden. I'm gasping for air, my cheeks on fire, my thumbs numb. I did it. A meticulously crafted photo caused this woman to end her own life. An accident resulting in self-asphyxiation, meaning she died by suicide, strangled herself, or let her head down in the bath. The news report never reports anything such as suicide. It's such a taboo topic in this culture. Everything's always an accident. All this time I've been trying to compel someone to kill themselves. My corpse photo constantly becoming more and more elaborate, more and more convincing and realistic. Now someone's died again because of me. The Corpse Girl. I was right all along. I do possess power. I have the power to end lives through my work, my art. I've known it all this time, and I've finally proven it. Rui Hatano's death planted the seeds of belief in my mind. Belief that Corpse Girl's more than a mortal being. Now, Akane Tsurumaki's demise has caused those seeds to bloom and blossom into pure certainty. Corpse Girl truly can end lives. It's a wonderful revelation, and it relieves my turbulent mind. However, I can't get my fingers to scroll back up to reread the obituary. My hands aren't functioning. My legs dangle lifelessly from the toilet seat. My coffee from this morning is working its way back up my throat. I feel the sting of tears in my eyes. Sweat trickles on my forehead, dripping down uncharacteristically thick. Dripping down my uncharacteristically thick makeup. Jesus Christ. All of a sudden, I can't breathe. My lungs refuse to take in any more oxygen. I panic and fall forward, miraculously slamming my hands into the stall door to prevent my head from colliding with the floor. My nails scrape against the door's enamel paint, peeling down chunks of green from the surface as I slide down and down until my head rests uncomfortably on the damp tiles. My eyes roll back, my tongue lolls out in the side of my mouth, dangerously close to the tiled floor, completely out of sight and mind. I taste foundation and blush. It's a little bit of sweat, and nothing at all, as still air envelops my taste buds. My photo killed that woman. That woman killed herself because of my photo. My photo killed that woman. We're just gonna do that over and over again? My eyes begin to regain their focus, and my stomach turns and heaves and shakes, and the warm coffee spills from my lips as I try to smile, but only manage to gurgle. She fucking came real hard, bud. The gritty paint underneath my fingernails has a rough texture that I don't like very much. I feel queasy and ecstatic at the same time, a horribly wonderful feeling that I could do without. So much for stoic, unflinching Noriko. Remember stoic, unflinching Noriko? This is her, writhing on the bathroom floor, her lungs working once more. She breathed ragged and gasping, sucking in air like a mosquito sucks in blood. This is Noriko. Noriko with her grandiose fantasies of death and killing people without having to kill them at all. Without having to leave her apartment, because the outside world is scary, and there's people out there trying to kill her. Ah shit, this is a big shipment. This is Noriko. Me, the real me, acting tough and fearless when I'm crying on the inside. Always sad and miserable, always lying on the bathroom floor with fists clenched and my phone resting in a puddle. Try that again. Always miserable, always lying on the bathroom floor with my fists clenched and my phone resting in a puddle. And my life slowly spiraling out of control. This is me. I did this. I killed that woman. She had a husband and a daughter. Some random person online requested that I kill her, so I did. Probably didn't do anything wrong. She looked boring. She must have had rubbed someone the wrong way. Maybe she didn't even know what she did, just like how I rubbed Tomoe the wrong way, not knowing what I did. But Tomoe slapped me twice, hard, and it hurt. And it must have hurt that woman too when she strangled and killed herself. Peter Pan Ring was fucked up. I killed her. I directly killed her with my indirect actions. She's dead now, and I'm alive. I'm still here, lying on the bathroom floor on the 14th story of the Shinjuku Temujin's office building. And I still have paint underneath my fingernails, and I was going to start work on Monday. But I did it. I killed her. Finally, after countless months of pretense, of false starts, of failures and disappointments, I killed someone again. Corpse Girl strikes for the second time. And above all else, above this grime and muck on the floor and the tingling feeling beneath my fingernails, above all of that, this feels good. This feels so, so good. Blood has returned to my legs. The pins and needles have faded. My toes quiver beneath my stockings and shoes. Electrical charge pulses down my thighs and dissipates through my feet. I can speak English, this is my main language. I managed to plant two hands firmly down on the tiles and push myself up to my wobbly knees. I suck in the air and breathe it all back out at once. I feel dizzy, and a bizarre warmth is welling up inside my chest and stomach. I manage to steady myself enough to sit back on top of the toilet seat, with my feet firmly planted on the ground and my hands resting on my lap. I try to regain my sense of self. I might have lost my composure a little bit upon reading the news, but who could blame me? Everything I worked for over the last year is finally starting to pay off. I lost my composure a little bit. My second victim is dead. With this, Corpse Girl's popularity is sure to rise. More and more people will issue requests through my website. More and more people will receive corpse photos. And more people will. She killed herself. She killed herself. She masturbating in the toilet? She's not masturbating. Okay? Oh, how I wish I could see the real body. Get up. If only I could see her mangled corpse, drenched in sweat and finally at peace. I notice my phone is wedged between my wet fingers. Must have subconsciously scooped it up from the pool of muck on the floor. Oh, totally. But she's not, like, doing that. That's against Twitch TOS. I couldn't show that. I try to ignore the sticky texture clinging to the screen. My fingers no longer numb. I scroll up and reread the obituary article. Pronounced dead. My breathing staggers once again. My jaw gently lowers. Involved in an accident. Hot steam clouds my face, resulting in self-asphyxiation. She's definitely, like, having a good time, though. I salivate unconsciously, a trickle of moisture creeping down my chin and dropping onto my lap. My cheeks are flushed, my vision slightly blurred. She killed herself. Because of me. She killed. I let out a gasp, my hips rise against my will. My toes curl, my legs. She came. She 100% came. I'm not reading the fun time. Oh, she absolutely did, for sure. I'm not reading the fun time, sorry.
You look like horse shit.
Thanks. Moe's brazen drawl snaps me out of my dead-eyed stare.
Looks like you've been sleeping in the sewer. It suits you.
You bitch. I don't know what she's talking about. I can't really focus on what she's saying. I realize I've been staring at my computer screen for about 20 minutes, barely blinking. My mouth is dry as though I'd stopped producing saliva altogether. The dull throb in my lap causes me to cross one leg over the other and attempt to get comfortable.
You know, I'm talking here. It's rude to ignore your superior.
Isn't a signed account. I swallow and attempt to moisten my parched throat before speaking in a cracked voice.
Do you need something?
Thought you should know that Shinya and I are gonna hit the town on Friday night. Turns out he's fancied me for a while now.
Oh, good for you guys.
In the end, seems like the better gal won, don't you think?
I mean, we flat out told you we're not interested. Multiple times. So, I guess.
Seems that way. Is that all?
I can tell Tomoe is trying to get under my skin. I'm honestly not in the mood to deal with it right now.
I thought you'd be more torn up about it.
I don't care in the slightest. Why don't you go sit back at your desk?
Damn, Noriko, we're gonna get slapped again.
Whatever. Hey, maybe I'll meet you after work again.
Why? So you can attack me again?
I realized my voice was louder than intended. A few people tilt their heads quizzically. Moe takes a cautious step back.
Keep your voice down, psycho. Stuff like that's between me and you.
Yo. Keep your voice down, psycho.
You assaulted me. I should report you to the police.
Don't you dare!
Sorry. Oh, me to Mexico. Okay. Lost for words, Tomoe turns tail and walks away. I sigh and lean back in my office chair. Why do I feel so exhausted? My mind flickers, piecing together fragments of memory from the bathroom a short while ago. That's right, I let myself get carried away in the exhilaration of my success. I temporarily stepped away from my own body and let my basest instincts take over. I'm in control now. I'm myself again. I'm Noriko, stoic and unflinching. I'm Corpse Girl, successful and feared. I can kill people as easily as I can manipulate a photo. People like Tomoe should be scared of me. Like Tomoe shouldn't mess with me. I'm in control now. Is he free to? Wait, you guys don't do fucking values correct. I remember this stupid company. This is the company that can't do math. Fuck, it is the company that can't do math. Climbing the steps to my apartment's always such a chore. Wish I'd moved into a building with an elevator, but I couldn't afford it when I first moved out my last year. These old apartments buildings creak and groan when you ascend the stairs. On top of that, you can hear the bustling of other people in their tiny homes as you progress up each floor. How can they not do math? Because they're fucking idiots. There's always a slight whiff of mold or mildew whenever I ascend the stairs. Really, this place looks like really clean to me. I want to chalk it up to the fact that the building is so old, but it's possible some of the residents here don't keep their apartments very clean. At the very least, this neighborhood is decent. I feel safe in my home, even if it is small and cramped. I wish we could RTS shipments like this. Send it back and be like, do math. One. Two. One sec, sorry. Blah, 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 blah. In fact, the only neighbors I really have private contact with are the very ones I leech Wi-Fi from. Some middle-aged divorced guy named Kenji, who lives on the floor below me, and his daughter Momo. Kenji's a decent enough guy. He works overnights, which unfortunately means Momo's left at home a lot in the evenings. Momo's a sweet girl, perhaps 6 or 7 years old. I occasionally hear her singing drift up into my apartment. It doesn't bother me too much. She's just a kid. It's the very same Kenji and Momo that I bump into when I'm climbing the stairs this evening.
Oh, good evening.
He's cute!
Hello.
We're just on our way to get some dinner. Isn't that right, Momo?
That's such a cute name, dude.
Yes.
That sounds nice. I hope you have a good meal.
Thank you. Say, are you feeling okay? You look like you've been in some trouble. There's dirt or something all over that side of your face.
I held my head and reached my hand to my cheek. Sure enough, dried muck is blended in my makeup and caked all over my face. Seems like my eyeliner is smeared as well. It's from when I fell in the bathroom? Right, have I looked like this all day?
Oh, right.
I try to make up some lies so Kenji doesn't worry about me.
I actually fell asleep on the train home, and I guess the seats were kinda dirty.
Is that so?
Is that so?
You should wash your face and do your makeup again. I can help if you like.
Can't help but smile slightly at Momo's generous offer.
Thank you, Momo. I'll be sure to wash up and make myself look nice again. You should go have dinner with your dad.
Momo's cute. I like her. The girl nods resolutely.
Well, I hope you're okay at any rate. Have you been working hard at the bank?
Oh, actually, I just work at the head office for the bank, so...
What are you guys on about in chat? I've been keeping up with you guys. Are you being horny again in chat? I don't like when you guys are horny in chat.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Data something, right?
That's right.
Yeah, data entry. It's a bit dull, but I'm happy enough.
That's good. That's very good. I know it's hard for kids like you to get good work in this economy. When you find a job like that, you really have to hold on to it. When I was your age, I could only find cleaning work. I must have had a dozen different janitorial jobs. Before I met Momo's mother.
I blink a couple of times. It's not like I talk to this guy often. Really, we hardly know each other. Still, I've never heard him actually mention Momo's mother before. Most of the things I know about him have just been pieced together from context.
Mom?
Of course, things are different now. I have Momo, and her mother isn't around anymore. Cleaning work doesn't cut it these days. I was really lucky to get into security. It means I can work overnight while Momo sleeps, and I can still take her to school every day.
Security. Now I remember. He did mention that when we first met he does that for a living. If memory serves, he works for a private security company. I assume he guards corporate offices or parking lots. Something like that.
Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Hold on to a job if you like it. That's very important.
Thank you. I'm happy at Temujin, so I plan to stay there.
Very good. Oh, Momo was telling me earlier what she wants to do when she grows up. Weren't you, Momo?
What do you want to do, Momo?
Dad?
Come on now. Tell Nariko what you want to be.
A scientist.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Wow, a scientist. That's a great job. I'll be rooting for you, Momo.
Look at her cute little fucking cat teddy bear thingy she has too. Hide. Look at the cute little... Oh, is that part of her... Is that part of her dress? That's super cute. The girl blushes and hides behind her dad.
She's inherited her mother's book smarts, I'm certain. She definitely didn't get her brain from me.
You fucking got this, Momo.
Anyway, we're gonna get going. Enjoy your evening, Nariko.
Thanks, Kenji.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye, Momo.
Okay, guys, come on.
Bye-bye.
I'll pull this stream over, I swear to God. The two of them bow their heads and follow the rest of the stairs down. I continue up the next flight of stairs and reach the landing when I turn the corner into my own apartment. The place is dark because I always make sure to cut the lights before I leave. Can't afford to leave any electricity running. My rent chews through most of my salary as it is. Click on the lights and feel relief as the living room illuminates. My faithful couch and TV emerge from the shadows as I immediately feel at home. After throwing my keys and bag onto the coffee table, I slump down on the couch. You're behaving? You're gonna get I'm gonna go get Ray really quickly. What a day. I have an overwhelming urge to pull up my laptop and check my website for new requests. My body needs to come first. I'm desperate for a hot shower. I need to cleanse my face, scrape the paint under my nails, and I'll definitely have to slip into a fresh set of underwear. Whatever happened to the bathroom today took its toll on my body and my clothes. Night is young. I can relax later. The two of you. You guys can take it to DMs. For now, let's start scrubbing. No boobies, no boobies. Woo! Woo! The convenience store is a little more crowded than usual. The mundane chatter of business people, students, and workers buzz in the air like swarm of flies. I can't English today. I heard the drone of mingled conversations. I happen to catch a few interesting words here and there.
Have you seen that one website?
What do you mean by request a death?
My lips curl into a half smile, half snarl.
Since he always cheats, I thought I might upload his photo.
And you think Corpse Girl really exists?
Here's so many people talking about Corpse Girl's website, it's enough to make my nerves tingle. However, I know they're not talking about it because of Akane Tsurumaki's death. As far as I can tell, her death wasn't reported to the news as a suspicious case. The only source of information I could locate was her obituary. And that didn't mention anything about foul play, so there's no way anyone could know that Corpse Girl was involved. People are always talking about the website in the same way they always have. It's like an interesting topic of conversation, an icebreaker, one of those things you tell your friends to entertain them. And therein my issue with the website as a topic of conversation. It's just an urban legend, a point of discussion that inevitably fizzles out and is forgotten. People talk about it, people visit the website of curiosity, but very few people take action and request a death. That part annoys me. If people don't actively participate, how can I prove myself to the world? She just sent a picture. I mean, like, it wasn't reported as like a suicide. How can Corpse Girl claim her victims if there are no victims to be claimed? As long as the website's simply a talking point, a myth, an icebreaker, then Corpse Girl's ambitions will remain unfulfilled. To be fair, I haven't yet provided a compelling reason for people to take the website seriously. The death toll is humiliatingly low. I need to ramp it up and step my game up, for Corpse Girl's sake. Until I manage to do that, people will continue to discuss the website in hushed tones, like it's some taboo fantasy that shouldn't be spoken of. But with some more time and some more victims, soon everyone will fear Corpse Girl. Thanks to the constant drone in the convenience store, but I can barely register the quiet tone of a melody of a ringtone. Woo! Eventually my ears become keen enough to pick it out, and I answer my phone.
Hey. Good morning, Noriko. Is this a bad time?
How
Not at all. I'm at the convenience store. Oh, good. I wanted to catch you before work. No worries. I actually meant to call you yesterday, but the day got away from me. That's okay.
Oh fuck, we never told her to come in today.
You spoke to Shinya yet? I sure did. Guess what? What? You start work on Monday. You'll
Okay,
be doing
good.
data entry with me. We might even get to sit near each other. Oh my gosh. Really? Are you telling the truth?
He's so cute.
Of course. When have I ever lied to you? Oh, Noriko. I'm so excited. Thank you. Thank you so much. Does this mean I can quit the maid cafe now?
Fuck yeah, it does, girl.
Yep. Quit today if you can. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you. Allie, are you crying?
No.
I'm so happy.
Making Aoi so overwhelmingly happy feels really good. I care so much for this girl. Her happiness is vital to me.
I owe you so much. And Shinya too. I know. I'll buy him a gift to give him on my first day. Do you think he'll like that? Yeah, I'm sure he will. That's a great idea, Aoi. What does he like?
I managed to spill the answer to that without having to think about it
Crime
twice.
novels. Oh, really? Oh, his dad is a detective, right? Okay, I can get something like that. Right now, I'm going to march into the cafe and quit.
Good for you, girl.
You tell him. Good luck, kid. Okay, bye, Noriko.
The call ends and I smiled. Aoi sounded so happy. I'm really glad that I could help her out. She deserves to be happy. I barely have time to select a can of coffee from the line of refrigerated shelves before my phone rings again.
Huh? Aoi? Sorry to call again, Noriko. I just, something was bugging me, so... What's up? Did I, this is going to sound stupid. Did I thank you for getting me the job? Oh, yeah, you did. A few times, I think. Okay, phew.
I just wanted to check. It was bothering me, and I didn't want to come off as ungrateful, so...
I like her.
You know what? Just to make sure. Thank you, Noriko. Okay, I'm going now, really. Bye-bye. Bye, Aoi.
The call ends and my brow furrows. Oh, strange, but maybe not so strange for Aoi. I guess she really wanted to be polite. That's what I'm going to assume is about to happen. Shrug it off and return to selecting my coffee for the day. The office atmosphere is unusually somber when I exit the elevator. There are fewer people than normal. Some executives I rarely see on this floor are hovering around in one of the glass-cleaned cubicles inside the floor. I spy Shinya standing at his desk, talking quietly on the phone. He's nodding and bowing a lot, despite the fact that whoever's on the other end can't see him. I want to ask him what's going on, but no one seems to be noticing me arriving. I shuffle my way to my desk and sit down. I spend some time looking over a spreadsheet of today's tasks. After going through it, Shinya arrives in front of my desk, seemingly out of breath.
Noriko, has anyone filled you in yet?
No, what's going on? Why is half the office empty?
Well, you see, somebody within the company died yesterday.
Oh? Somebody we know?
Shinya shakes his head slowly, his expression gravely serious.
Nobody you would have interacted with. She was an exec, up on the 21st floor. Apparently, she never showed up yesterday, but her coworkers just assumed she was taking a personal day. People started getting the news in the afternoon. She was involved in some sort of accident, and now she's...
Dead?
Shinya glances at me, his narrow pupils seemingly accusing me of being tactless.
Yes. Dead.
So, I mean, I get it's a tragedy and all, but how does this explain where everyone is today?
You should have received an email sent out by HR this morning. Basically, everyone is being offered professional grief counseling.
Seriously?
I think some people are taking up the offer, but I suspect some other employees are using the opportunity to skip out on work. Regardless, what happened to Miss Tsurumaki was a tragedy. So unexpected.
I blink a few times, getting ready to turn back to my computer. It's Tsurumaki.
Wait, what was her name?
Huh? Ms. Tsurumaki. It should be in the email. She had a young daughter and everything. It's really sad.
Hane Tsurumaki. I've never met her before. Her face appears in my mind with startling clarity. Self-asphyxiation. An accident. She worked here? I can scarcely believe it. It's true that this is a massive company with thousands of employees Japan-wide, but still. For her to work in the very same building as me. It's too coincidental. It doesn't feel right. Sorry, would I have gone through with killing her if I knew she worked in my building? The scenario creates more questions than answers. The person that requested her death, they also work here? It has to be someone who knows her well enough to want her dead. Odds are high that they work here as well.
You okay?
Realize I've been spacing out and I turn back to Shinya.
Yeah, sorry, just thinking is all.
Well, grief affects us all in different ways. The details for the counseling sessions are in the email. Be sure to take up the company's offer if you think it'll help. As for me, I think I'll be okay. Some quiet reflection on the matter should help clear my head.
Sure, okay.
Plus, I have a date with Tomoe to look forward to. It's important to look ahead in times like these, isn't it? I think I read that somewhere.
Ugh, yeah, that's what they say.
Ugh.
Very well then. Do your best today, okay?
Right.
Shinya takes his leave and I let my shoulders slump. I killed someone from my office building. I didn't know that at the time. My involvement be traced? No, I was careful to cover my tracks. I deleted the photos from my computer, discarded the burner phone SIM card, trashed the phone itself. There's no way for anyone to find out I was involved. Besides, I don't even know if authorities are treating it as a murder. As far as the information goes, it would seem like they'd be treating it as an accident. I'm in the clear. I know I am. However, I would sure like to uncover the identity of the person who requested Tsurumaki's death. Thought that it could be someone I work with makes me way too curious. Despite work being eventful this morning, the rest of the day passed quietly. Even Tomoe kept her distance from me. I wonder if I scared her off and I casually mentioned reporting her to the police. Not that I actually would report her. That would lead to the police getting mixed up in my life. I can't have that, considering my moonlighting occupation. Especially now that I have a connection to Tsurumaki. I brushed my hair in front of the mirror in my bedroom. Removed my makeup and revealed the ever so faint bruise on my cheek, fading token of my fight with Tomoe. I don't think that was a fight, that was us getting our ass beat. Since tonight's rather cold, I decided to snuggle up under the covers in bed with my laptop. I crawl into the bed and push my blankets up over myself. Warmth and softness immediately comforting. I had to fight the sudden urge not to fall asleep here and now. To keep myself awake, I checked the requests on my website. I'm pleasantly surprised to find there are 2 requests. 2 in one day. My heart begins to race and I quickly open the messages. First message reads, no image attachment. What? I thought I configured the website to reject requests unless an image was attached. This is really irritating. My hopes up for nothing. Takes me a second to remember there's a second request waiting. Optimism renewed, I hurry and click into the unread message. This is the request that was submitted correctly. The image loading before my eyes. The new victim is male, early 20s. He's fit and athletic looking. His clothing is casual, so it's impossible to infer what kind of work he does. The photo of him is pretty simple. I don't know if he uses it for his noise profile or it's an ID photo of some sort. Either way, he looks like a happy person. I'm not so naive to pretend that I can't guess the reasons this guy is wanted dead. Perhaps an ex has submitted his details after a bad breakup. Or jealous sibling wanted him out of the picture. People's motivations are purely selfish. Requesting the death of somebody is guaranteed to be motivated by self-interest. Why did someone want Tsurumaki dead? She was so plain looking, so uninteresting. She didn't look like she was even capable of thinking about wronging somebody. Someone want revenge on her? Or did someone simply find her so dull that the thought of removing her from the planet seemed appealing? I interrupt my own thoughts and return to the task at hand. Dwelling on the past victim won't do me any good if I want to continue my streak of success. This new guy's attractive. It's almost a shame to have to chop him up. Well, we all get what's coming to us. No sense in trying to avoid scarring a pretty face. Beauty's superficial anyway. I know that as well as anyone. No one deserves to be spared just because they're good looking. People should suffer as much as anyone else. Oh, beautiful people. Beautiful people do suffer as much as anyone else. Take Aoi, for example. She's gorgeous, absolutely stunning, and definitely my type. But she suffers endlessly at the hands of cruel stalkers and patrons. Everyone suffers, beautiful or not. We all cop the crap we're dealt. I've never heard that before. Why fuss over a beautiful corpse? This guy, or Aoi, or even Tomoe on a good day, beautiful people die the same as an average person. The guy on my computer screen doesn't really deserve to die. Sure, there's some petty reason his death has been requested. It looks so interesting. Hi, Yua. Do it. It's been pretty good so far. Besides, my voice is gonna hate me in the morning. I take all requests seriously. I won't turn down a single one. Corpse Girl's convictions will pave the way to her fame. A while now? Always lurking. I appreciate it. Thank you. With a smirk and a lick of my lips, I get to work. I've got a nice clear photo here, so I can go all out on the request. I hit up the DD and spend some time selecting a suitable base image. I hesitate between choosing an image of a corpse with a knife in its throat or a body soaking in a bloody bathtub with its wrist slit. Either image would do just fine, but I really want something special for this latest victim. After all, I had to top my last success, right? Another 5 or 10 minutes pass until I gasp at coming across the perfect photo. Thanks to my clever use of tags and filters on the DD, this image matches my victim's description perfectly. 20 to 30-year-old, athletic build, male. Corpses' legs were severed below the knees. Bloody stumps leak their vital fluids from on high. The body is hanging from a set of power lines in some suburban street. It's beautiful. Perfect. It'll help me create a beautiful death for a beautiful person. Kinda have to question the story behind this photo. I wonder if the police would ever investigate it and discover what would happen to this sucker. Well, regardless, this will serve my purpose. I downloaded the highest resolution copy available and saved it to my hard drive. My fingers trace along the computer's trackpad, with practice movements, clicking, tapping, dragging at random intervals. And the night carries on. I walked to the train station this morning as confident, cocky, self-assured. I board the train. I even managed to take a seat for the first time in a while. I withdraw a worn book from my handbag and flip open the cover. The name is scrawled in blue ballpoint pen on the first page, but it's become faded and illegible over time. I don't quite remember where I picked this book up. Maybe I discovered it at some secondhand bookshop? Who knows? And stuff was on screen? Oh, when she found out about the death? I own so many obscure tomes that I can't be expected to recall purchasing every single one. Its aged cover and weathered spine both bear the same title. That's a word. Passus? Passe? Eh? Comprehensive History of Photo Manipulation. The book is written in English, and it was a slog to work through with my limited knowledge of that language. Passe? That doesn't help me. Posse? But I like to skim through it primarily for the photographs contained within. The examples of early image doctoring from centuries ago fascinates me. The book even features techniques and studies as recently as 1993 when it was first published. It's true that a lot of techniques discussed within are no longer relevant today in the digital age, but there's a hearty section dedicated to the art of manipulating corpse photos, something I'm very, very interested in. The most intriguing aspect of the section's contents is that featured artists perform the opposite kind of work that I do. Instead of manipulating images of the living to make them appear dead, the artists in the book edit images of the dead in order to make them look alive once more. In bygone eras when photographs of people were taken few and far between, selective artists dedicated themselves to honoring the memories of the deceased. They did this by making photos taken upon death look beautiful and full of life. These photos were gifted to family members and loved ones. The tradition makes sense. Imagine if you lost someone dear to you and you had no photographs of them. Wouldn't it be wonderful to receive one last memento, a beautiful image of the way you remembered them? Instead of using makeup to beautify a corpse, these artists supplied paintbrushes and pens directly to a photograph, seemingly bring the deceased back to life. The impressive aspect of this process is the way they illustrated the corpse's eyes to look full of life. Even though it's a far cry from the work I do, I can't help but feel some sort of kinship with the artists discussed in this book, for surely cut from the same cloth. Browsing through the images in this book inspires me to work hard at my own photo editing. Many of the pictures are in black and white, but to me, that only drives home how impressive these old techniques were. I finished flipping through a chapter and closed the book. Hold the tattered tome close to my chest and breathe a sigh of satisfaction.
The next station is Shinjuku. The doors on the right side will open.
Ooh.
Please change here for the Chuo line, the Shonan Shinjuku line, the Saikyo line.
Quickly stuff the book in my handbag and get ready to disembark the train. I appreciate the voice lines so much now because my fucking throat. I'm certain nobody's looking. I carefully open the lid of a large dumpster in front of me. The stench of rotten food and who knows what else assaults my senses, and I reflectively gag and splutter. The staff at the convenience store really need to steal their trash bags better before tossing it in here.
Ugh, this is disgusting.
I raised open lid locks into place at a 45-degree angle, allowing my now free hands to retrieve a small black object from my handbag. It's a flip phone, a cheap plastic thing with a shiny coral finish. Coral. I open it up and tap on the retro tactical keys. Tactile? To Enjoy the sussy murder. Thanks, Captain. Have a good sleep, friend. Confirming that I completely deleted and sent all messages and photos. Nodding to myself, satisfied that I covered my tracks, I eject the battery from the back of the casing and toss it in the dumpster. Then I snap the phone in half along with the hinge, separating the screen from the keypad. The screen crunches into pieces with a satisfying under my shoes. I retrieve the smashed parts from the asphalt, careful not to prick my fingers on sharp glass. With hardly a glance, I unceremoniously launch the broken parts of the phone into the dumpster. Clap my hands together to dust them off, and then shut the dumpster lid and hurry away. Is that misspelled correctly, or am I just stupid?
Sidle.
That's a word? Walk in it. Oh my lord. An act or instance of sliding. Sidling. A walk in a furtive, unobtrusive, or timid manner, especially sideways or... Oh my god, dude. English is so hard, man. I sidle between the brick wall of the convenience store and the narrow metal railing intended to keep people like me away from the dumpsters. Now in front of the convenience store, I finally feel I can breathe deeply without fear of inhaling the toxic contents of the dumpster. My lungs fill before nonchalantly crossing the street. I take care of my latest burner phone. Before leaving the office building, I crack the SIM card in half and dispose of it in the combustible trash. Now with the phone itself destroyed and discarded at a different location, my mind is at ease. It's been slightly less than 24 hours since I messaged my latest victim, that athletic guy that I may have briefly fantasized about during my restless slumber. The general rule of thumb is to keep a burner phone for exactly 24 hours after sending a photo. However, I made an exception today. I wanted to discard the phone early, clear my anxiety, and get a full night's rest tonight. Besides, it's not like anyone ever replies to my messages I send. I'd love it if they did, but it is what it is. But really, there's no point in holding on to evidence of my wrongdoings for longer than necessary. Memory serves, I wrote tomorrow's date at the latest victim's timestamp, May 30th, 10:31 a.m. The victim may decide to kill himself today, of course. He could end up just like Akane Tsurumaki. If he's anything like her, he'll hold out until just a few hours before the designated time. He'll let the panic and fear boil and build inside him until he just can't take it anymore. Or, someone else will come along and end it for him. Can't be sure. I still don't know what happened to Rui Hanato. Did she kill herself, or did someone else snuff out her life? Either way, I'll start researching obituaries tomorrow. I'm confident this will be another successful request. If it is, I'll truly be on a winning streak. With butterflies in my stomach, I cross the road. On my route home, I usually like to trek through a small park close to my apartment, provided the weather is decent. I avoid the park in the mornings as lots of people walk their dogs, and I can't risk my allergies flaring up before I reach the office. In the evening, the park is much emptier. I suppose I finish work a bit earlier than most people, so while everyone else is busy, I enjoy the fresh air and scenery. I make my way along the neat, broad dirt path that connects to one side of the park to the other. Wooden benches line the path at regular intervals, and this time of the evening, it's commonplace to see a homeless person or two using the bench as a resting place. The city has more homeless people than the general population would care to admit. I try not to think about it too much as I walk past every day. I try not to think much of it as I walk by every day. I already know there... Oh my god. I already know that many people have it worse off than I do, but there's not exactly anything I can do to help, right? Should I be giving these people money that I can't afford to spare? Wouldn't I just end up homeless as well? I'm not exactly broke, but I live month to month on my salary. It's expensive to live on the outskirts of Akihabara, and commuting to Shinjuku every day isn't exactly cheap either. Then you add in electricity, phone, food. I mean, I don't eat unless I have to. I'd starve if I didn't buy a meal every other day. And I don't even get me started on the cost of coffee I drink. If I'm lucky, I can score a can for 100 yen, but more often than not, I'm paying up to 150 for a single can. That's like what, $1.50? That's like half of what Monster costs. If I were to buy a canned coffee in bulk at one of those huge variety stores like Don Coyote, I'd only save a handful of loose change. And I wouldn't have the access to the familiar section I get at the convenience store. I'm just thankful that I don't go out for drinks after work like most of my colleagues. If I had to buy a few rounds of beers every week, my bank account would definitely dry up. By avoiding that kind of group outing, not only do I save money, I'm not forced to spend time around people. It's a win-win. I like this woman. I like this woman a lot. Realizing I'm trudging along the dirt path at a snail's pace, I can tell myself to speed up my gap. Towards the end of the park, the silhouettes of two people on the bench come into view. The sound of laughter carries in the wind. I can't help but feel like I've heard these voices before. As I draw closer, a sinking sensation clutches my stomach. I immediately get the urge to turn around, but I'm so close to home.
Aha! It's Noriko! Fancy seeing her here.
Noriko's here.
Wait, is Shinya trying to make us jealous? Moe and Shinya. Moe glares and flips her long hair behind her ear with a shit-eating grin on her face. Shinya looks kind of out of place outside of the office. His face is filtered by an especially uncomfortable expression. Whew. I start to wonder why these two are here. Then I recall that the Tomoe did mention they were going on a date Friday night. I suppose it's just bad luck that I would run into them on the way home. So, what are they doing here in Akihabara? I have to assume that Tomoe came here on purpose just to spite me.
On your way home?
Can you please button up your shirt?
Uh-huh. How's your, date?
We're having a blast. Right, Chen?
Yes, of course.
Shinya? What's wrong, buddy? Wonder if Tomoe's been dragging Shinya along against his will.
Okay, well, I'll leave you to it.
Hey, we're gonna grab some chicken. Why don't you come with us?
No thanks.
I can't think of any worse way to spend an evening than eating with Tomoe.
Please come with us, Noriko.
He has a dejected look on his face. It's pitiful, but he brought himself on this date. Why should I have to bail him out?
Sorry, I've got things to do tonight.
Are you sure you're not just avoiding eating? Afraid to gain a bit of fat?
I honestly don't know what to say to that.
Say, Shin, you ever seen Noriko eat anything?
Well, now that you mention it, she never seems to eat at the office.
I eat at home, if that's okay with you.
Not completely a lie. Sometimes I eat at home, sometimes I just don't eat at all.
Come on, come get some chicken with us. You can throw it back up or whatever afterwards if it makes you feel better.
Wow. She's really starting to get on my nerves. I swear, she tries to just identify my flaws and insecurities so she can run back in my face.
Tomoe, you're not being very nice to Noriko. Aren't you two supposed to be friends?
We're besties. Besties talk shit to each other, right, Noriko?
Right.
Huh. Fascinating.
Anyway, I'm going now. See you on Monday.
Okay. See you then.
Buzzkill. She's such a drag.
I let Tomoe's words hang in the air as I walk past her. I'm pretty annoyed that she dragged Shinya all the way here just to taunt me. Is this her idea of a good date? Does she care about Shinya at all, or was this whole thing just to annoy me? Tomoe dating Shinya doesn't even get under my skin. I don't have feelings for him at all. What does get on my nerves is the fact that Tomoe is trying hard to get on my nerves. Of course, it wouldn't be fair if I could just carry on my way home without one final interruption. Tomoe calls out to me again.
Your friend Aoi is gonna start work with us on Monday, yeah? How fun! I can't wait to meet a friend
Wait.
of Noriko's.
Why'd Taiji shout me out? That's cool that I can see it in my activity feed, but what did I do to deserve that? Oh, you fucking bitch. You stay away from Aoi. You fucking bitch. Ow. Carlton, thank you for the follow. Thank you. I appreciate it. I grimace. I suppose Shinya told her about that. I turn back to face them both.
Don't even think about messing with Aoi. That girl has dealt with enough crap at her last job.
We're gonna kill Tomiko, aren't we?
Oh, has
Or
she?
Tomoe.
Maybe big, strong Noriko can protect her now.
We will murder you.
I'd do anything for her. She's my best friend.
Yep.
If you had any friends of your own, you'd understand what that feels like.
She.
Well, I got plenty of friends. And only some of them are sluts like you.
Yeah. I'm going.
Finally managed to disengage from the conversation, even with Tomoe's mocking laugh piercing the air. Exit the park, cross the road, and walk down the block leading to my apartment. Tomoe, I have to wonder if that girl exists solely to irritate me. I have to tell myself she's not worth my time. I can't let her taunts get to me. Grin and bear it, as they say. That's what stoic, unflinching Noriko would do. Running a hand through my hair, I smile and approach my apartment building. I spent all morning trying to unsuccessfully calm my nerves. I'm anxious about finding out whether my latest victim has perished. It's afternoon now, so the time written on his photo has passed. My work was successful. I should know soon enough. I've already set up an obituary news alert on the phone to keep me informed. Instead of sitting at home all day waiting for my phone to go off, I decided to visit an old favorite hangout. Public libraries don't get the credit they deserve in this age. They're quiet, calm, soothing. I could sit here for hours, for free, and just get lost in different worlds. Plus, they always carry works of my favorite authors. Sometimes the librarians are even kind enough to recommend titles that might fit my tastes. I don't feel judged here. No one looks at me and mocks my clothing or makeup. Nobody looks at me and asks if I had enough to eat lately. Nobody makes fun of me. That lonely girl in the corner reading Lovecraft and calmly stroking her hair. Every so often I put my book aside and check my phone out of habit. Still, no alerts. Did I miscalculate or something? Did my latest photo not look convincing or damning enough to inspire suicide or murder? I find myself growing increasingly anxious and impatient.
Cthulhu, huh? You a Lovecraft nerd?
I blink twice and look up the strange man standing over me.
Huh?
Sus. Didn't mean to interrupt.
Pause.
Notice you're reading Lovecraft. Huh. In Japanese, too. Didn't know this book had been translated.
Yeah. My English isn't great, so I read the translated versions.
That's mad. Do they translate esoteric names? Can't imagine Cthulhu being easy to write in kanji.
I wonder what that would even look like.
Well, it's written in katakana, so...
Of course. Kojiro.
Man extends a hand. I can't tell if he wants me to shake it or pass him by my book.
What?
I'm Kojiro. You?
Noriko. Kurosawa.
Nice. Just Kojiro for me. No last name. Call me Koji.
You don't have a last name?
Used to. Lost it. Fire, you know. I'm just Kojiro
What?
now.
I lost my last name in my fire. That is weird. Clothes smell like they've been stashed in the back closet for a decade or two. His face is unshaven. His eyes are scarily clear and focused, despite being masked by a pair of thick glasses.
Didn't mean to keep you. Saz again. I'm looking for Nobel Sinclair. He around here?
I mean, I don't know. Who?
Writer guy? Did that book about befriending the dead? The librarian told me to check these shelves.
Sorry, I don't really know.
No worries. I'll find him. You know, you look like the type who'd enjoy his books. Not to judge you by your cover.
Need a strong stomach, though. Messed up shit.
Much as I hate to admit, the strangers captured my interest.
How messed up are we talking?
Well, his first book describes dressing up corpses, taking them to dinner. Goal is to not get caught out. Mad, right? Like something out of that American movie, Weekend with Bernard? Or something like that. Second book goes nuts. Main character fills the school classroom with bodies, all dressed up as students. Runs lectures and records them, puts them online. Best part? No one can figure out if these books are fiction. Internet says Nobel Sinclair actually did these things. Says he's doing time now, writing these books as a confession.
Interesting.
Right? It's deranged. Makes for a good bedtime reading.
Huh.
You on noise? Well, of course you are.
Yeah. You?
Yeah, at Koji Koji. Add me if you like. We can talk shop. I'm gonna find Nobel. Wish me luck.
Without as much as a glance back at me, the man walks away. I tried to return to my reading, but that whole conversation replaced my head. What a bizarre encounter. Maybe I'll just head home for today. Being here helped me calm down, but I'm still eagerly anticipating the fate of my victim. Besides, I have to admit that I'm growing a little bit hungry. Maybe onigiri or a rice ball from the convenience store will tide me over until tomorrow. I gather my things and stand up, letting out a little whew as I stretch my muscles. As I head towards the sliding doors to leave the library, a little alert sounds from my phone. This is it. My phone in my hands, less than a second, the screen unlocked and the obituary page loading before my eyes. Saturday, May 30th. Mr. Ichi Handa, 22 of Tokyo Prefecture, was pronounced dead this afternoon at a traffic intersection, 2:12 p.m. Coroner's office reports that Mr. Hanada was involved in a traffic accident. No other casualties have been reported. Mr. Hanada has survived by his fiancée, which is to remain anonymous. A funeral service has not yet been arranged. Quickly load the image attachment and can't believe my eyes. The photo is exactly the same as the one sent to me through the Corpse Girl website. There can absolutely be no doubt this is my latest victim. I've done it again. My breathing starts to quicken and my chest begins to grow hot. I know from experience that if I don't get somewhere private and quickly, I may make a fool of myself in public. I quickly glance around the library for a sign pointing to the restroom. As soon as my eyes settle on it, I dash towards it, swerving between several bookshelves and narrow aisles. One door for a unisex bathroom. Unremarkable beige coral? My muscles and thighs are tightening and I squirm to reach the door. Hand grasps the cool metal and presses down, only to be met with immovable resistance. Locked. There's a sign on the door. I notice that I completely ignored in my haste. Closed for cleaning.
Shit.
First, despite my best efforts to keep a low profile. Head turns frantically looking for anywhere that I can sit down without and remain out of sight when my body reacts erratically to my latest success.
Yo, you busted?
Yo, you got a shit? This guy again.
I need to use the restroom.
Hope you can't tell the expression on my face is not one of desperation to use the facilities.
On it.
To my surprise, Kojiro stretches to the restroom door and begins to slam his fist against
Hey,
it.
cleaning time is over. Get out of there.
I hear a panic yelp from within. Kojiro's commanding voice was more than a little intimidating. Within seconds, a terrifying old woman emerges and wheels her cleaning trolley around us, bows quickly, and disappears from sight.
All yours. Bad to hold it.
Thanks.
I dash past Kojiro, unable to believe that was happening here. Slam the door behind me and slip into a cubicle? Crucible? Okay. As soon as I sit atop the toilet lid, my legs begin to shake uncontrollably, and I lean backwards to steady myself. Ichi Hanada is dead, killed in a traffic accident. That could mean anything, but I'm willing to bet that I caused his death. After seeing the photo of his dismembered corpse, he might have purposely crashed his car. Or perhaps someone else rammed his vehicle on intent of murdering him on behalf of Corpse Girl. Still don't know how my power works. I don't know why these victims end up dead. But the cause of death ultimately doesn't matter. What matters is that Corpse Girl is victorious once more. I find myself panting, squirming, and struggling to restrain myself. Cubicle, that's what I thought it was, but I don't call bathroom stalls cubicles. It just work cubicles. My vision fogs, my knuckles clench, and with barely a fanfare, I begin to cool down all of a sudden. Just like that, the overwhelming urge to explode simply flutters away. Huh? My breathing regulates, and my legs solidify and rest firmly on the ground. This experience wasn't nearly as staggering as last time. Maybe because I was so confident that this victim would die, my body had already prepared itself for it? Have I already desensitized my ability to wield death itself? I won't pretend that I'm not disappointed. That exhilarating feeling I experienced last time. Complete and utter loss of control. It was addicting. I craved experiencing it again. Still, I need to remind myself the most important thing. I fulfilled the request issued to Corpse Girl. That's 2 victories in a row. 2 victories in a single week. As long as the quests keep coming in, I can keep achieving my goals. I can do this. Full of confidence and feeling steady once more, I exit the cubicle and leave the bathroom. That strange man, Kojiro, is waiting for me at the end of an aisle.
Good?
Yeah. Hey, thanks for... you know... I really needed the bathroom.
Course. Been there. Gotta go when you gotta go. Look what I found.
Kojiro holds up a book with a plain black cover.
Nobel Sinclair's latest. Dazed by the Dead. It's a ripper.
Oh, what's that one about?
Falling in love with the dead. Read it already last year. Time for another go. Oh, here.
Kojiro hands another book to me. This one has a brown cover. An illustration on the front depicts a field of flowers.
What's this?
Sinclair's first ever published work. Strange Flower. Title's nonsense. This is the one where he puts corpses in suits, treats them to meals at fancy restaurants. Loaned it out under my name. He'd take it. Return it before the due date. Can't risk getting fined.
Oh, well, thank you. I'll be sure to read it.
Sure. Send me your thoughts and noise. Right. Be seeing you.
A brief wave on his hand and he disappears behind the closest shelf. I can't really get over how peculiar he is. He certainly is making an effort to be friendly. I turn the heavy book over my hands and look inside the front cover for the publication date. 2009. Not actually that old. Definitely not as old as the fiction I normally consume. I shrug and hoist the bulky tome up underneath my arm, then make for the library's exit. I feel uncomfortably hungry on my way home, so much that I decided to stop by a restaurant and get some dinner. I wonder if killing stirs my appetite. I often pass this establishment when I exit the train in Akihabara, an old venue that serves traditional Japanese food as well as popular Western dishes. To say I've always been curious about eating here would be accurate. I've been working hard lately, achieving my goals. I can afford to treat myself to a cooked meal, right? Why do I find it so hard to justify that? Maybe I'm going to eat in a booth tonight, another rarity for me. A waitress guides me to an empty booth, and I slide in before looking at a menu. House specialty, according to the menu in my hands, is grilled eel. Not exactly my favorite. In fact, seafood of any variety doesn't sit well in my stomach. Same? This girl is getting more and more better? I decide to pass on the specials and order something I know I can digest. Amu rice? Eh? Amu rice? Sounds good. I used to eat a lot as a kid. Omelette, rice, ketchup. What's not to like? Plus, it's only 700 yen before tax. Waitress returns and takes my order, and I confidently point out what I would like. She offers me a smile and hurries off to the next table. Perhaps my recent victory streak has given me a courage boost because I hardly feel awkward or anxious sitting here, surrounded by people eating and drinking on all sides. I'm somewhat calm and at ease amidst the hustle and bustle of the restaurant. I almost feel like it might be nice to have a company, a friend perhaps, Aoi, or even Shinya, a place to talk to and pass the time with. Oh well, in a way I do have some company. I retrieve a book from my handbag, the very book Kojiro lent me, and open up to the first chapter. Strange Flower. An odd, apparently meaningless title. Still, it comes highly recommended by an hysteric stranger, so it must be good. My meal arrives when I'm a few pages into the book. I thank the waitress and look to the omni rice before me. It smells good. It's presented beautifully. I can probably eat it, at least a quarter of this portion without feeling ill. I pick up the spoon and slice the middle of the omni rice, causing a puff of steam to billow up. Throwing caution to the wind, I scoop up a good amount and bring it to my mouth. It's delicious. There's no other way to describe it. The convenience store meals I normally eat can't even compare to something like this. The egg is soft, the rice is fluffy, there's just enough ketchup along the top. I take a second mouthful, then a third, and I can't help but giggle a little at the thought of myself sitting here eating like a normal person. All the people around me probably think I'm a normal person too, except that you're giggling to yourself. Just a girl sitting at a restaurant eating her dinner. Another quiet giggle escapes my lips as I quietly dab my mouth with a napkin. Set my spoon to the side and return to the book in front of me. The author of this work certainly is interesting. Nobel Sinclair, according to the bio inside the front cover, moved to Japan from overseas at a young age. I'm on lunch. The book was written originally in Japanese. It's not a translation, but even so, its writing style is quite unusual. Can't quite put my finger on what's strange about it. Maybe it's the lack of complex kanji throughout. Everything is written rather simply, in hiragana, almost like its intended audience is elementary school kids. But that can't be right. The themes contained within are truly disturbing. Maybe the author just doesn't have the greatest comprehension of writing in Japanese. It's true that a lot of adults have trouble with complex kanji. Professional authors, though, not so much. Anyway, it's not like it matters too much. The book is interesting enough to keep me turning pages. I must be completely absorbed in reading because before I know it, a waitress is politely leaning in, letting me know the restaurant's closing soon. I nod and look at the plate of omni rice in front of me. The meal has gone cold, and I only ate 3 bites. I'm still feeling full now, and I enjoyed what I did eat. I don't feel any added weight to my hips as I get to my feet. That's definitely a positive thing. I stretch my arms and legs and put the book in my bag and offer the waitress some money along with the bill. Ugh. My voice. It hurts. A blast of frigid night air nearly sweeps me off my feet when I step out of the restaurant. If I'd known the weather was going to take a turn for the worse, I would have brought my scarf and jacket. It's the end of spring, so it's unpredictably cold, and it's pretty rare. I guess I can't be blamed for not bundling up. Anyway, it's not raining, and I'm close to home, so it shouldn't be a problem. Head down the street and watch a few shop owners closing their stores for the night. Don't pay me any mind as I wander by. The phone bursts to life as I ring out in the quiet night air. I grab it and press it close to my ear for warmth.
Hello? Aoi?
Noriko, hello. Is this a bad time?
No, I'm just walking home.
You're out at this time of night? That's not like you.
I stopped somewhere to eat. What's up?
You stopped to eat? Say, about the new job.
What is it?
I spoke to the manager at the maid cafe, but he said I can't quit.
He said that? Oh, well, it's not up to him. You have every right to quit. Did you tell him you've landed a new job?
Yes, I told him. But he said he spent so much time and money training me that if I quit now, he'll treat it as stealing from the company and he'll call the police.
Fucking do it. Fucking call them.
What a load of crap. Hang on. Are you at the cafe now?
Yes, I just finished my shift. We're closing up.
I'll be right there. I'm only a minute away anyway. I'm going to give your manager a piece of my mind.
No, Noriko, you can't.
Just watch me. I'll be right there.
I end the call despite Aoi's objections. I can't believe how furious I am. Aoi finally has an escape route from that god-awful job. Now the manager won't let her quit? That has to be illegal. I never met her manager, but I can't imagine his type. I can just imagine his type. Sorry. Self-important, wretched, greedy pig. Thinks he's the king of the world because he runs a shady little maid cafe in the back streets. Well, I won't stand for it. People like him are the ones that should be reported to Corpse Girl's website. I love to target victims like that. Change direction, take up a running pace. The cool air against my face is kind of nice now my body's warming up a little. Thankfully, there's hardly anyone around this time of night, so I don't feel particularly embarrassed with running in public. I'm not a terribly fit person, so it isn't long before I feel out of breath. Come to a stop at the end of the street, heaving and clutching my chest. like me if I run anywhere.
Okay. I'm okay. Deep breaths.
After taking a moment to collect myself, I start back up, walking briskly this time. See the maid cafe's illuminated sign ahead of me. I approach the entrance and read the neon board. Chateau de Cristal? Welcome home, master. Drinks from just 400 yen. Table charge 500 yen a person. Open until 10 p.m. every night. Pass the sign and reach for the door handle, just as someone hurriedly throws the door open and emerges.
Noriko?
Damn. Damn.
Aoi, told you I'd be here.
I'm really glad to see you.
Aoi gives me a brief wave. She fidgets nervously and straightens the ruffles in her dress.
I can't believe you have to wear this ridiculous outfit.
Yeah, but the costume isn't the worst part of the job.
I know. Listen, is your manager still here?
Aoi hesitates and shakes her head sadly.
You just missed him. There are only a few girls inside closing up.
Damn it. I really wanted to give him a piece of my mind.
Noriko, it's fine. I can continue working here. It's not so bad.
Hell no! Don't even pretend it's okay. This place is torturing you. You have that customer that always gropes you, and now your manager is controlling you? I won't stand for it, and you shouldn't either.
But what can I do?
I think she plays... The voice sounds like one of the characters I played in Grand Blue, too. I'm honestly stumped by the question. All my hastiness to get here, I never thought of a plan for Aoi. Damn it, that heartbreaking expression on her face. I just want to grab her, hug her, and tell her everything's going to be okay. So, why can't I?
Aoi. I know you don't feel like it, but you're the strongest girl I know. All the shit you've dealt with over the years, all the shit you're still dealing with. You're brave, whether you know it or not. My issues pale in comparison to yours, but you still get up each and every day and do your best. I'm proud of you, and I want to make things easier for you. Come work with me at Temujin. Just leave this place behind. Forget all about it.
Noriko.
You're my best friend. You always will be. Even if we can't be anything more than that, I'm happy just having you in my life. I'd do anything for you, Aoi. I hope you realize that.
Of course. I know. Thank you, Noriko.
Let's get out of here. It's really late. Come back to my place.
You know I can't.
Mm-hmm.
All my things are at home, and I need to check everything first. Otherwise...
I nod calmly. I understand. I can't push her too much.
Don't worry. I get it.
And the thing is, I can't just run away from this place. That stalking customer, he knows where I live, and, well, if I stop showing up to work, he said he'll visit me at home.
All the police?
Why don't we go to the police?
What the fuck?
I can't do that!
Without warning, Aoi bursts into tears just as rain begins to spill from the clouds.
I can't get him in trouble. I just can't.
Aoi, what? What is he?
He's... family.
Dark. A gust of wind blows down the narrow street, causing my hair to whip wildly in my face. I brush it in my eyes and mouth, only to see Aoi standing still, her head down.
Stalker. He's... family?
I could never bring myself to tell you. But Surely you must have wondered why I've put up with it for so long.
I don't know what to say. I'm stunned. You're putting up with it because you don't want him arrested.
Yes. If he goes to prison, the rest of my family will disown me. And I'll truly have no one.
Hello, we are someone.
You have me.
You know what I mean. I'm just going to go home for tonight. Thanks for coming out to see me, Noriko.
Aoi turns on her heel and strolls away. Click-clack of her shoes against the wet pavement echoing through the street.
Aoi.
Doesn't hear me breathe her name as she disappears into the darkness. That poor girl. Must be something I can do. Cheat. Cheat. Friend. Can't let her go. Can't let her just walk away, as sad and helpless as she is. My legs lurch forward of their own volition, propelling my body through the rain-soaked street.
Aoi! Aoi, come back!
My shouts echo in the night, my weightless words falling through the air, like the very rain that patters against my face. Aoi's silhouette's just out of reach. If only my weak body could pick up its pace, I might be able to reach her before she fades away.
Stop!
Her unexpected command fills its purpose. I halt, my shoes skidding on the wet ground. Aoi's closer than I expect her to be, perhaps due to some trick of the light and rain. She seemed simply farther away to my tired eyes.
Aoi, please. Let me help you.
There's nothing to be done. Why can't you take a hint? You just never give up, do you? You just want to smother me. You don't trust me to handle things on my own.
That's not it.
We're gonna kill for this girl.
I care for you so much.
We're going to kill for Aoi.
I know that. You think you haven't made that clear in the past?
Rarely have I ever seen Aoi this angry. She's well past the point of being upset now. She's truly furious. Have I overstepped a boundary?
You're not my guardian angel, or my savior, or whatever. This is my life, Noriko. It's not your sick fantasy, where you swoop in and act like my knight in shining armor.
Aoi,
Shut up! Just shut up! You always take it one step too far. Just leave me alone.
I can't get another word in before she vanishes into the night. Reach out a hand into the darkness like some foolish attempt to stop her, but I know it's pointless. She made her thoughts perfectly clear. She doesn't need or want my help. Even if she cares for me, even if she doesn't love me the same way I love her, I don't think she ever will. I sigh and look up at the thick cloak of clouds above. The rain continues to fall. We're killing for her. I'm also going to stop there. That's a good spot to stop. We're not saving over that choice. I want to go back. And give my voice a rest before the morning stream starts. I think we're gonna play Song of Horror. No, wait. I don't know what I'm gonna do this morning yet. I don't know yet. My mood is gonna decide a few things. But I like this so far. It's... Oh! Some of the topics are a little bit heavy, but I like it so far. I think when I looked up how long it is, I think they said like 10 or 12 hours. So we should get through it in about 3 streams. Then we'll find something else to play. I just wanted a visual novel. Even though we're playing 8 Somnium Files at the same time. But guys, thanks for hanging out today. I appreciate it. Thanks for the follows. And I need to go thank Taiji for the shout out that I don't understand why it was given to me, but I got one. We'll see you guys in the morning. I don't know what for yet, but we'll be back in the morning. Have a good night, guys. Peace. Thanks for hanging out today. I appreciate it.